Alrighty then, we are go. Hello everyone, my name's Caden, and welcome back to more Emio the Smiling Man and Famicom Detective Club. Last time we began our investigation into finding out the murders of Emio the Smiling Man, or the paper bag smiling guy killings or whatever. And well, yeah, we're kind of just doing that at the moment, so let's just get back into doing it. Let's think. Hope I found a useful book. The boy detective seems to be deep in thought. Hey, boy detective. Is that? Wait, who? Hello? Detective Kamihara! What are you doing here? Huh? What's up?
Detective Kusei's requested your presence.
Really? Me?
I'm afraid I'm gonna need you to come with me.
Okay, I understand.
Oh, didn't that feel like we were in a TV show? I played the hard-boiled detective part perfectly.
I guess. Anyway.
Yeah, I think I could be an actor if this whole detective thing doesn't work out right. I'm a handsome devil. Yeah, I shouldn't say that about myself, but I just did.
Maybe you should be more concerned about the whole detective thing working out.
Hey, what's up with you anyway, boy detective? You tired or something?
Oh no, nothing like that. I was just thinking about how energetic you always are.
Right? That's me. Come on, get in. Let's go.
Alright. I literally just woke up.
Gotta move, detective. Gotta move. Detective Kusei's waiting for you.
What does Detective Kusei want with me anyway?
Well, running errands for Kusei. To be honest, she didn't even tell me what this is about.
Oh really? Has she figured out that we went to her house?
What's she on up about anyway? Nothing worth mentioning. So, just to warn you, Kusei did not seem like she was in a particularly great mood.
She most likely figured out that we talked to her, like, that we snooped around behind her back.
Oh, does that sound familiar?
Maybe I should talk to you about it.
Boy detective, what did you do? Yeah, she's usually not in a great mood.
So, Detective Kusei couldn't have known that I went to see her childhood home and her grandmother.
You got a weird look in your face. What did you do? Oh, sure, now you put on the poker face.
She must know somehow. It's not used in the car.
You're looking a little pale, boy detective.
Well,
Well, I'm not even gonna ask, but I bet you're nervous to have the mighty Detective Kusei call you in like this.
yeah.
I know that feeling you have right now. She can be just the tiniest bit harsh. Is harsh the right word? Maybe I mean strict. That look in your face? That was me every day when I first partnered with Detective Kusei. But
Thanks to the police station. I'm about to die, Kamihara. I quit the investigation if you'll leave me alone, please.
what are you looking for?
You. Has a mole near one of his eyes.
What is it?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. I just noticed the birthmark near your eye.
No, it's not a birthmark. It's a tattoo representing me crying after all the times Kusei scolded me.
Well, good for you. What?
Yeah, kidding. Anyway, how can you focus on staring at my birthmark when you've been stung by Kusei?
Oh, right.
Are you big-timing her by not giving a crap about being summoned, boy detective?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm scared, man. You're gonna kill me.
You really did something that she found out? I won't want to be in your shoes, boy detective. I'm shaking just thinking about it.
Can it really be that bad?
Good luck. I hope you survive.
Ugh.
Kidding. Sheesh.
I don't know if you are.
Picture this. Kami, go pick up Kid 7. You know what happens if you don't, right? What am I supposed to say to that? Other than, okay, I'm on it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, so my impression was good?
That's not what I meant.
Anyway, good luck.
Hey, I could wish you the same.
I set you up for that, and you nailed it, boy detective. Anyway, my flawless impression aside,
Finally.
I have to say that Detective Kuze is at least as hard on herself as she is on everyone else. But it's also a part of why she's such a good detective. Take it from me, she's 10 times harder on me than she is on anyone else, except herself.
Detective Kamihara. I guess you know Detective Kuze pretty well since you're partners.
Sure, I know her well. I know exactly what she's going to get mad at me about before it happens. Probably because I'm completely useless, so it's like her job to give me a hard time.
Completely useless. Your words.
There was this one thing she was really pissed about. I mean, that was life or death, so...
Life or death? What happened?
It's nothing. I'm just mumbling to myself. Nothing to worry about, boy detective, just talking to myself. The line between detective and criminal is thinner than you might expect. Yep.
Is it?
She's my partner, so I get why she's worried about me being a bad shot. She's the line fire.
I do seem to remember hearing something about some kind of mistake you made. What was it? Oh yeah, Inspector Kamada told me. That's right, I remember now. It was about the gun. He said Detective Kuze asked him directly if he would ban Detective Kamihara from carrying a gun. It's gotta be a bit scary to have a partner with terrible marksmanship.
Ahem. What are you laughing at? Having a giggle at a man who just called himself completely useless?
Not really, but...
But what? You're laughing at my funny face.
No, it's nothing, it's just...
Now you're making me laugh. You're such a weirdo, boy detective.
That was embarrassing, but I can't help but laugh at the memory. So Detective Kuze ordered you to pick me up today, and she's always tough on herself and everyone else.
Yeah, that's right. As soon as I set foot in the station, she ordered me to come get you. I didn't even get to eat breakfast. I was really hoping for a coffee and a pastry.
Damn.
Oh. Why did I tell you that? That's so embarrassing. Come on, it's not that funny, boy detective. There goes my stomach growling again. Perfect timing. Thanks, stomach.
Nice.
I will know breakfast in my future. Oh, there it goes again. Don't you dare laugh. And then my stomach's done making noises for now. Ooh, sorry, I'm trying to get comfy. Can't believe she made me do this when I'm starving and haven't had breakfast.
What if Goose, I could hear you say that.
Why do you think she wiretapped the car?
Please, don't tell her, please, boy detective. He is hilarious. I like Kamihara. He's just a weirdo. He's going on and on about all of them. He seems to enjoy talking about Detective Kuze.
Listen, I know I've complained about Kuze a bit, but she's got a gentle side somewhere.
Is that so? Or the extremely harsh exterior?
Yeah. I'm not surprised that most people think of Detective Kusei as severe. Kusei's not the one who cares about her rep. She didn't ask me to say any of this, it's just how I feel.
I think he's actually having fun with this.
You got plans somewhere else, boy detective?
I was headed to the library for research.
Nuh-uh, sorry. I'd love to let you out of here, but I don't think Kusei would like you based on the look on her face.
Oh, crap. Uh-oh. So, okay, I need to be very careful, real quick. If the screen goes black for a second, I'll tell you, hang on. This is a very delicate situation. This is a very delicate situation. Okay. Okay, let me put back in my headset. Okay, so I probably should give context to what just happened. Basically, I mentioned it before, or I'm pretty sure, but I have my Switch on the floor because it's just easier with how the cords are handled. However, it very easily tips over if I so much as like touch it with my toe. And guess what happened? I ended up touching it with my toe and it landed on my foot, and it was just in a very delicate position where it hadn't disconnected from the dock yet, so it hadn't like made the screen go blank because it was still connected, but I just had to very carefully put it all back together. But we're good now. I just gotta make sure I don't do that again. Whoopsie. I was just gonna walk, but...
Walk? Really? Boy detective just loves walking, is that it? Why didn't you call a cab? Surely your boss would pay for it, right?
I mean, cabs are expensive. Just calling one up costs money, let alone going anywhere.
Imagine having a cell phone and being too stingy to pay the bill. I thought the office would cover it, but whatever. Look, forget the phone bill, just call cabs.
Okay, use the phone. Last time I wanted to call a cab, my cell phone battery was dead. Of course, the cab came anyway. Why did that cab...
Yeah, boss called said an affair waiting at the bus stop.
Oh, right, I almost forgot.
Huh? What is it? What did you almost forget?
I have to thank you, Detective Kamihara, for calling that cab for me the other day.
Calling a cab for you? Huh?
Was it not him? Yeah, remember when I ran into you by the bus stop near the crime scene?
Oh, that! Yeah, I bet you were surprised.
Yes, that's it. Anyway, it was really helpful, so thank you.
Well, here's another surprise. I didn't call the cab. Detective Kusei did.
Really? The same Detective Kusei?
Yeah, see? I told you she has a soft spot.
Well, how about that? You're right, Dice.
What's that? Dice Zero? Just kidding.
Definitely not what I said. Anyway, I'll need to remember to thank Detective Kusei later.
Detective Kusei's tough, but she can be kind. She's actually kind of a dork. She's literally clumsy. Really, she's just a complicated person like anyone else. And despite my complaints, I'm happy to have her as a partner.
Aw, that's sweet.
I'm actually blessed to be working with Kusei, really, from the bottom of my heart. Oh, by the way, how do you like Reels, boy detective?
I like them a lot, actually.
Great, get ready for a senpai quiz.
Huh?
Detective Kusei, my senpai, arranged a cab for the boy detective, but when did she make the arrangements? A, after I left the bus stop, or B, while we were still talking at the bus stop? The clock's running. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock.
This is a tough one. If I had to take a guess, when was it more likely that she probably called the bus? I think while we were still talking. While we're still talking at the bus stop?
Ding ding ding. Well done.
I had a feeling. I remember she was talking on the phone whilst we were talking to him at that crime scene, so... Oh.
No, I'm observing you, boy detective. I actually missed it because my back was turned.
I do remember now that she seemed to be making a call from the car. Yeah.
That's all for now. Senpai quiz complete. Sorry, I only had one question for the Senpai quiz. I'll have a new one ready for next time.
That was a terrible quiz. The more I hear about the two of them, the more it sounds like Kuze and Kamihara are polar opposites. Wonder what they talk about when they're alone. So what kind of stuff do you and Kuze talk about when you're, like, on a stakeout?
You really want to know?
Yeah, of course. Do I? I was just making conversation.
Yeah? Prove it. How about you want to know?
Well, now that you're acting like this, I really want to know, kind of.
Alright, alright. I suppose I have no choice but to spill my guts to the boy detective. So, what we actually talk about is... none of your freaking business.
What? Wow, now I'm actually dying to hear what they talk about.
Come on, boy detective. Surely you got to butter someone up to extract it. Surely you know you got to butter someone up to extract their secrets.
How much you want?
I'm keeping my secret. Actually, it's... Yeah, again. You really thought I was gonna say. It's still a secret.
Ugh. I'm calling the cops. This is some odd detective work, but I guess they need to butter him up. This is the job I signed up for, so here goes nothing. Look how beautiful you are, sir. Now that I look closely, Detective Kamihara does have a handsome face. Is it rude that I've just been staring at him?
What's up? I feel like you're staring at me pretty hard, boy detective.
No, sorry, it's nothing.
Are you sure? You don't want to join my fan club and join in and them calling out my name?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, this is the most handsome detective on the force. Dice Kamihara.
What?
I thought I'd get a better reaction than that.
Oh, you're messing with me, aren't you, boy detective? Yeah, I'll take it. I am handsome.
Is it really that easy?
Well, since you're so nice, I suppose I'll bestow my infinite wisdom upon you. Detective Goose and I usually just stick to talking about ongoing cases and investigations. But hey, we do chit-chat every now and then.
I'm trying to imagine a casual conversation with Detective Kuze.
Yeah, right. You wonder what Kuze and I talk about when we shoot the breeze? I don't know. Usually it's don't be late again, and you drink too much, and don't bring your gun, Kami. That sort of stuff.
Will we call that chatting or scolding? Scolding.
Was there anything else?
What about you?
I guess Detective Kuze's small talk isn't really that small. It's pretty serious usually. But you can always leave it to me to Dice. You can always leave it to me, Dice, to lighten the mood of any conversation.
Oh, how would you do that?
Yeah, it's easy. I'll be like, that place has great coffee, or this is the candy I loved as a kid, and so on.
I have a hard time believing that these topics work to line up Detective Kuze.
Oh man, talking about food again just made me hungry. Most handsome detective on the force, huh? Is it true? Am I really that handsome?
He is loving this. So Detective Kuze likes that kind of small talk.
Oh, sure, and she loves snacks. Not just talking about them, but eating them. She's even been like, well, if it's so good, why don't you go and buy me some right now? So of course I gotta do it, right? Wouldn't you?
She's got him wrapped around her finger, but I bet he welcomes a break from her intensity.
If Detective Kuze asks, I'd jump up and go seek out her favorite candy right now.
What is her favorite candy?
Oh, hungry. Oh, this is so cool. So, the other day, I bought some candy, and there was a prize inside. Detective Kuze was there, so you know I'm not making it up. I was like, can I get another?
He's like a child.
I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I was having to get a prize as a child, and I'm having to get one now. Also, I'm pretty sure Kuze was obsessed with the same sweets when she was a little girl.
Oh, it's nice to hear that she's got a more human side to her. Also, if they were both talking about their childhoods, I wonder what kind of things they discussed from when they were little. Maybe even heard something about Makoto. Do you know anything about him? Detective Kamihara, do you know anything about Kuze's brother? He's been missing for 18 years.
What? Oh.
Detective? Uh-oh. That question seems to have shaken him up.
Oh, actually, you know what? One time, Kuze and I talked about what we wanted to be when we grew up, like when we were kids. Of course, she turned out to be an absolutely lethal detective. I'm kidding, but her answer was surprising. She wanted to be a florist. Cute, right?
Oh. I guess it adds up with the eggplant thing.
What about you, boy detective? Did you always want to be a boy detective? Me? I've always been into cars. Really anything with wheels that drives fast. I want to be a driver. That's why I have a license for literally everything now. You know, cars, commercial trucks, motorcycles. I even have my marine license.
It's kind of cool, actually. I see. Motorcycle license. Oh, wait, now that you mention it.
Yep, here we are.
Of course. We've spent the last 20 minutes in here. I know it's been 20 minutes because that's how long the stream's been.
Well, here we are. Detective Kuze's waiting in the room at the end of the hallway here.
Great, thank you.
Don't worry, she doesn't bite. Usually. Good luck, boy detective. See ya.
Yeah, see, assuming I'm not dead. Dang, you left before I could ask a follow-up question about motorcycles. I didn't even get an answer about Makoto. That look he gave when I asked, it tells me something. I guess I also failed to ask about Isuke's case, even though we spent all that time together. But he said that he couldn't really talk about the investigation, so that makes sense. So he probably wouldn't have told me much anyway. Well, let's go see Detective Kuze. Okie dokie. Pardon me. Come on in. Hello, Detective Kuze. Hello. Sorry to call you out of the blue. She seems more tense than ever. No, it's okay. I'm scared of you. She seems guarded somehow. It's the only one here. Let's take a look at all this. Good friends. There was also a rumor that they were interested in romantically. Isuke's grades had dropped, and it looked like he might not get into a selective high school, but he didn't seem to mind. Junko Kuze. Shimako lost her parents at a young age, were being raised by grandparents in Yukariko Village. The house they lived in has been vacant for 2 years, appears set for demolition. On the day Isuke died, Detective Kuze visited Yukariko Village. According to her grandmother, Junko is really a sweetheart underneath her strong and severe countenance. Her favorite color is purple. On her 9th birthday, Junko had a fight with her older brother and then ran out of the house. The fight started because her brother had plucked some flowers from the eggplants that she was raising for him. She still carries a bookmark containing a pressed eggplant flower that her grandmother, Yoshi, made with her. Called a taxi for Kane when he was stuck at the bus stop. the missing man. Although he was one of the key people in the Ayaka Hashizume case, his name was never released. His whereabouts remain unknown since the day that Ayaka died. There have been no sightings or reports of him. The day before her body was found, her home was burned down and remains that seemed to be her father were discovered. At the time, police considered the possibility of a murder-suicide. At around the same time, one of her acquaintances disappeared. Police didn't release the detail that she was found with a paper bag on her head to the newspapers. A fisherman found her body, but he had an airtight alibi and was immediately dismissed as a suspect. Ayaka had just quit her job at a local factory on the day she died. However, she left on good terms with her employer. There were two key suspects in the case: her father, Manabu Hashizume, and the man who went missing. It was just her and her father living together at the time. Mika. She lived in Kofuku City. Mika had a conflict with some of her friends and left school in tears. It seems she was attacked on her way home. Police didn't release the detail that she was found with a paper bag on her head to the newspapers. Manabu. Did he kill Ayaka and then commit suicide after dumping her body? No, all the circumstances add up. Sachiko. Second girl of the serial girl murders. She was killed 18 years ago in May. Like the first victim, she was killed in Kofuku City. Police didn't release the detail that she was found with a paper bag. It seemed like there was some turmoil at home and she was often spotted crying alone. Tsubasa. Ayumi's senpai back when the two of them were in Naginata Club in junior high. Nicknamed Basachi by some students, he's a teacher at Minami Daisen and junior high school. He wasn't Aisuke's homeroom teacher. He's Megumi Morimoto and Kohei Takiguchi's homeroom teacher. Mr. Fukuyama becomes fidgety and acts suspicious when Megumi's name is brought up. He really likes Planet Coffee and describes it as an oasis. He enjoys milk tea frequently and tiramisu every payday. He learned about Aisuke's death at about the same time as the students. Class representative, been absent since the day Aisuke's body was discovered. Classmates with Kohei Takiguchi and their homeroom teacher Tsubasa Fukuyama. The morning that students were informed of Aisuke's death, she had stayed homesick from school. Junko Kuze's older brother disappeared. Makoto disappeared around time serial murders. No new victim service, but a connection is unclear. According to Mr. Tsugi, Makoto disappeared after going to look for Junko when she didn't return home on time. Makoto and Junko lost their parents at a young age and were taken in by grandparents in Yukariko Village. According to Tayama, he really liked eggplants. Makoto disappeared on July 1st, 18 years ago, the same day as Junko's birthday. Yoshi found him that day sitting and staring blankly in the darkened tea room. Purple flowers were scattered around him. Hearing his grandfather say that Junko wasn't home, Makoto rushed outside. The village searched for him to no avail. He was quiet and gentle with an honest personality, an easygoing person who was said to never get angry. He also was supposedly scared to be out on the rural roads at night. With the search for Junko, he overcame that fear. The siblings have been in a fight after Makoto picked eggplant flowers from plants she had been raising for him. His disappearance wasn't a big story at the time. The article noted no suspected connection to the serial girl murders. And Kamihara. He comes off as a bit odd and even careless, but he's a good detective with sharp instincts. According to Kamada, shooting skills awful. Despite his protests, he seems to look up to Detective Kuze, has an odd habit of offering quizzes, seems to know about Makoto Kuze, and Detective Kamihara is licensed to drive cars, commercial vehicles, motorcycles, and boats. Alright, sorry about that. I just wanted to read up on all the things that haven't been read up on. Alright, let's talk.
I hope you don't mind if we start with a few questions. What are you snooping around for anyway?
Oh. So you know that I went to Yukariko Village? Okay, I'll explain. Let me ask you first. Your brother, Makoto, has been missing for 18 years, is that right? Around that time, there was a series of murders of young girls, which could be related to Aisuke's case. That's why I went to go see your grandmother.
I knew it.
I know it was a bit sneaky, and I apologize.
No, I don't blame you. You're just doing your job.
I feel bad for putting that kind of burden on your grandmother. I'm really sorry about that.
Listen, my grandmother said that she was happy to talk to you.
Oh, that's great to hear.
One thing I was wondering, how'd you find out where my grandmother lives now?
Oh, well, the first place I went was your childhood home. My childhood home? Right, and I met a neighbor, Mr. Tayama, who was very helpful. He told me that she had moved to the relaxed Yukuriko Village retirement home. Ah, good old Mr. Tayama. That's all I want to ask. Sorry for the trouble. Thank you. Huh? That's it? Yeah. Something seems wrong here. I thought she was going to ask about how I found her child at home. Why didn't she ask about that? Seems guarded. She already called me. Oh right, she must have remembered that Mr. Itsuki had been to her house before. She probably assumed that he told me where she lived. But I don't think so. I haven't worked with any PIs before. I remember her denying that she ever met Mr. Itsuki. Why would she do that? Or has she generally forgotten? Or maybe I should take this opportunity to ask her about it, even though it makes me nervous. Hey, Detective Kuze, could I ask you a question? Mr. Itsuki told me about where your childhood home is, so I went to check it out. Anyway, he said that he met you 18 years ago at that location. But you... Like I said before, I don't know Mr. Itsuki. That's all there is to it. She got very angry for a second. What's going on here? Oh, look on Detective Kuze's face. It's like she just stiffened up. Yeah. Feels like she's trying to keep a level head, but based on her response, I think she's lying about not remembering Mr. Itsuki's visit. So the day that Makoto disappeared, Kuze returned home alone, and according to Mr. Itsuki, she seemed terrified. There's something about that that still bothers me. I don't know if she's willing to say more, but I should at least ask her about Makoto. I might get my ass beat right here. So, Makoto! Detective. Yes? If you don't mind, I have a few questions about your brother, Makoto. I do mind. What you got from my grandmother is all you're going to get. I'm not open to reminiscing. So, enough about me and my brother. Got it? Yes. I figured, but it was worth a shot. I told you I'm not open to reminiscing. What to do? She doesn't seem like she's in the mood to answer any questions. I might have to leave without any of the answers I need. I should probably get going. Sorry, but I've thought of one more question for you. Yeah? Did you find any useful information about the Sasaki case? Why? Is the investigation not going well on your side? Sorry, it's confidential. I can't say anything more. I suppose. So I understand that it doesn't seem fair, but it might help if you shared anything you found with me. I suppose part of our job is helping the police. Well, one of my colleagues is researching more about Isuke's history and relationships right now. And as for my findings, I have an eyewitness who saw a motorcycle parked near the crime scene on the night of the murder. Really? A motorcycle? Yeah. Are the police aware of the motorcycle? No, first I'm hearing of it. The eyewitness account places it about an hour after the estimated time of death, so possibly irrelevant. Where'd you get this information? I talked to a cab driver at the scene. He was the eyewitness. He said the lots of riders stopped to go. He said that lots of riders park on the side of the road at night for reasons. Got it. Thanks. Of course. I hope it's helpful. I was sure to pass that info along. Didn't realize the police didn't know about the motorcycle. I bet they'll question the cabbie now. Oh, I've got an idea. I could try thanking her for calling the cab for me. Hey, thanks for the cab. Hey, so... Yes? You're the one who called the cab for me, aren't you? How'd you know? Well, I just wanted to say thanks. It was a big help. It was nothing. Don't thank me. What do you... She looks kind of uneasy, almost like she's embarrassed about something. I know she's got a scary reputation, but I think Detective Kamihara is right. Deep down, she's a vulnerable, awkward person like the rest of us.
Partner, I got the results from forensics on that paper bag.
What? What happened? That was very sudden. Inspector Kamada gave me a special permission to see the results of the forensic analysis in the paper bag. This is the actual bag that was found on Isuke's. It's even creepier to see in real life.
Let's get started, shall we?
Of course. I'll get straight to the results of the analysis. Alright.
The bag in question is clearly old, but after running a detailed scan, we can confirm that the material is a perfect match with the paper bags found in the serial girl murders.
Oh.
What? But does that mean... Are we dealing with the same killer from 18 years ago? It seems likely that some of the same people would be involved.
I think you're right.
Well, it sounds like we need to officially reopen those cases.
Sir, before you continue, I have one additional finding to share. The paperback found in Isuke, we can confirm it's the same type as the ones found the second and third victims of 18 years ago. However,
Wait.
the paperback found in the very first victim 18 years ago doesn't match any of the other bags.
So the first bag is completely different from the rest. What? Why is the first bag different? How can you be so sure?
Well, not all paper bags are made the same way, believe it or not. Each manufacturer uses a different formula. The variation can be quite substantial.
Thank you for the report. Are you ready to share the results with the whole department?
Yes, sir.
As for you, I apologize, but I'll need you to wait here for a moment. We have an important meeting.
I understand. Huh. So it turned out that the forensic analysis of the paper bag revealed a new clue. And Inspector Kamada is meeting with his team to review the findings. It might take a while. Why don't I review my notes and the new information I've learned?
Yeah.
Alright, let's look it over. Okay, let's get to it. Based on forensic evidence, the case from 18 years ago and the current case are... It's likely that they are connected now, it seems. The two cases are very likely to be connected. Right, because the paper bags match, and there's a good chance the cases are connected. We also know that the paper bag in the first murder doesn't match the others. That means... it's technically possible the first victim could have been killed by somebody else. Perhaps Ayaka Hashizume's father killer and the other cases were copycat killings. Of course, that's just one of countless possibilities. I think that's about all I can deduce for now. Although, I should say, I was really fortunate to hear that the forensic report on the paper bag. I've got to thank Inspector Kamada. It's fascinating that different paper bag manufacturers all make paper bags differently. Huh. New paper bags could be so interesting. Anyway, I don't think Kamada, Kuze, or Kamihara are likely to be back anytime soon. I wonder what Mr. Tsugi is doing right now. Oh, yeah, let's call him. I should let Mr. Tsugi know about the forensic results in the paper bag. Do.
Ah, it's you. What's up?
We just got a report from forensics about the paper bag found in Isuke's head. Apparently, it's a perfect match for the ones found on the second and third serial girl murder victims.
Huh? And then what about the first case? Not a match there.
That's right. The bag from the first murder was different.
I see. This could be significant. Great work. Keep up the investigation.
Thank you. Thank you. I will. Seems like they're still in discussion. I think it's a good idea to continue reviewing what Kamihara and Kuze have told me. Alright, let's continue. should take the time to organize my thoughts and findings from today. When Kamihara is alone with Kuze and they're not talking about an active case, he said that they sometimes have friendly chats. For example, they talk about candy that they loved when they were little kids. Since they've been known to talk about their childhoods, maybe they talked about Makoto. He seemed to brush me off when I asked about it, though. But what I did learn is Kamihara is licensed to drive cars, commercial vehicles, boats, and... How do you spell motorcycles? Cars, commercial vehicles, boats, and motorcycles. That's right, Kamihara is licensed to drive motorcycles. But aren't all police officers licensed to ride motorcycles? That was my impression. I wonder if there's anything I can deduce from my conversation with Detective Kuze.
Ah, Seven. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting.
What's up? So, have you decided on a plan?
Yes, we're going to proceed based on a new hypothesis. But unfortunately, I can't share with you at this time. I apologize for the tough circumstances.
It's okay, I understand.
This case is anything but straightforward, and it can be tough to accept guidance from HQ. Anyway, that's a big part of why we need your help. We're counting on you.
Yes, sir. I'll do my best.
I need to get back to HQ now. Apologies again for keeping you waiting. Oh, and I know Kuze called you here, but she and Kamihara are already both back in the field.
I see. That's okay. It was very helpful to talk to the both of them. I suppose I should get going.
Of course. Be careful out there, and see you soon.
Hmm?
Oh, sorry. There's one last thing.
Hmm?
There's someone I'd like to look into. A certain man.
What? A certain man? Huh? Same day, 221, the Sanin region.
Here in the Sanin region. Are we playing as Utsugi?
That's actually awesome if we were.
There's someone here who may hold the key to this case.
Are we actually playing as Utsugi? That's awesome if we are.
We are!
Why are you digging into this ancient history, huh?
You some kind of reporter or something? Wait, you're that guy from the magazine, right? No, I'm just a curious person.
You sure about that?
You strike me as some kind of reporter or journalist. No, I assure you, I'm just an amateur with too much time on his hands.
I do like that in this game, we actually get to control not just our main character, but Ayumi and Utsugi now, it seems.
Fair enough, I'll stop prying. Anyway, it's no problem, but thanks for chatting. I'll be on my way now. Hope you write a good article. Just kidding.
Oh, maybe we're not playing as Utsugi. So the day after forensics report on the bag was completed, the police released some details to the public about the murder of Isuke Sasaki. However, while they mentioned that he was found with a bag on his head, they didn't mention the smiley face. I'm sure that the detail was too lurid for the general public, but still, it seems the urban legend of a smiling paper bag wearing murderer is roaring back to life. People are talking about Emio, the smiling man, at water coolers all around the city. 3 days later. Oh, time skip. Sort of. It's been 3 days since the police released a statement. We're now seeing an impact in the city. The sensational story spreads like wildfire, doesn't it? Let's not do that now. I'm on the main street in the city center near the Utsugi Detective Agency. It's a familiar place, but the city as a whole feels different these past few days. That's the wrong button. Hello. Nothing of particular concern. Heard all the books about urban legends have been flying all off the shelves lately. Nothing. Dry cleaner. Well, same as it always does. Wait, they're offering a Smiling Man discount. What the hell kind of discount is that? What kind of discount is that? There's a sign from a local dentist up here. It reads, "Scared of the Smiling Man? We're just scared of his cavities. Remember to floss, kids." Huh. Am I that surprised that that businesses would take the chance to use an urban legend about a serial killer going around to promote their business? No, I'm not really that surprised. I think I'm overdue for dental cleaning. Someone's calling me. Hello? It's Ayumi! Ayumi! Hey, Ayumi, what's wrong?
There's a segment on the TV show I'm watching now about urban legends. I bet it's about the Smiling Man.
No, well, I'm almost back to the office. I'll see you soon, okay?
Okay, be careful.
Let's move. We're back. Hey, Ayumi, I'm back. Nice glasses.
Welcome back. Check this out.
Cute glasses.
Fascinating. He's the one who supposedly wears a strange paper bag, right?
The rumor going around is that he placed similar bags on the children he killed.
We've put together a recreation of what those bags might have looked like for you. Let's take a look, shall we? Wow, it's really creepy. And some of them are so small. Oh dear.
Who was that?
Well, there's a rumor going around about a child version of the Smiling Man as well.
Who is this?
A child? My goodness.
That's the paper bag I gave to Emiko. Of course, the etymology of the Smiling Man is fascinating as well, sometimes known as Emio.
Who is this? Is this the Smiling Man? Was that our culprit?
There was Professor and Urban Legend Researcher. That was Professor and Urban Legend Researcher Toru Osawa. Thank you very much, Professor. That's creepy.
The glasses are cute. Yeah.
I understand why people are fascinated. It must feel like the Smiling Man urban legend is coming to life with Isuke's murder.
Look at the glasses. I don't think that TV program mentioned Isuke's case specifically. Did they mention Isuke specifically on the talk show?
Yeah, just before you got here, they said a young boy was killed in Kofuku City.
I see.
Yeah, so anyone who knew Isuke would know, oh, they're talking about him.
Right. Well, in that case, maybe someone who knew him will come forward with some new info.
Yeah. I just can't believe how much attention this case is getting. But I guess the Emio legend, the Smiling Man, is pretty famous.
True.
But when a real person is involved, like poor Isuke Sasaki,
Yeah, it's sad.
I'm worried about Megumi with all this going on. Everyone's talking about the Smiling Man, and she's just devastated about losing a close friend.
Yeah, losing a friend. What a nightmare. Whoopsie. Okay. There we go. All of this reminds Ayumi of Yoko. When I started talking about how Megumi must feel, seems like she must have thought about it. Maybe we shouldn't have watched the show. Ayumi! Hey, Ayumi! Hmm? I know we're still missing a lot of pieces, but let's put our heads together and see what we can figure out. You know, for Isuke, and for Megami.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Let's do our best. For them.
Great, so let's review what we've learned so far. Can you help me?
Yes, of course. Before we start, Kane, I want to say thank you.
Thank me for what? We haven't even started a review yet. Give me a chance to be brilliant, okay? Save the game here. Let's review. Okay. First, the cause of death in Isuke Sasaki case was... It was asphyxiation from being strangled with a cord-like object. Asphyxiation from being strangled with a cord-like object.
Right.
Isuke was found with a blank that had a smiley face on it covering his head. A paper bag.
Right.
Additionally, there's an urban legend that strangely mirrors this case. That urban legend is known as... wait. It's usually called Emio, the Smiling Man. Of course, the urban legend isn't the only strange similarity to this case. There were a number of similar cases 18 years ago. Those were known as... the serial girl murders. Right. That's right, the serial girl murders. In the serial girl murders, there were 3 female victims. They were... Ayaka Hashi Izume. Ah, we have to... okay. Sachiko Tagaki. Okay. And... Mika Inoue. Ayaka Hashizume, Sachiko Tagaki, and Mika Inoue, all teenage girls. Around the time of the serial girl murders, there were also 2 significant missing persons. The missing persons were... The first was the missing man, right? And then the other missing person had to have been Makoto. A man who left a large pool of blood in his apartment, and Detective Kusei's brother, Makoto. Regarding the victim, Isuke Sasaki, he didn't seem to have any enemies that wished to do him harm. But he did have a problem, and that problem was... It seemed to be getting into a good high school, right?
That's right. His grades were slipping.
Yeah. Last but not least, we got the forensic report about the paper bag found in Isuke's head. That paper bag was... It matched the second and third bags found in the murders 18 years ago. The bag matched the second and third bags found in the murders 18 years ago. There was something notable about the first paper bag found 18 years ago. It was different from the paper bags found in other victims.
That's right. The first paper bag was different, and the second and third bags matched each other.
Putting all the information together, here are my thoughts after hearing the forensic report on the bag. Since the bag found Isuke matched the second and third bags 18 years ago, we should assume that those cases must be connected.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Here's my theory about why the first paper bag doesn't match the others in the Steel Girl murders. The killer in the first case had to have been someone else.
It's possible. Interesting theory. You're on a roll today. Nice with the deductions.
Yeah? Thanks. I worked hard on it. So, let's talk about where we go from here. I'd like to do some more investigation into the case of the missing man from 18 years ago.
You mean the one who was seemingly badly injured? He's still missing, right?
That's right. Inspector Kamada asked me to look into him. Frankly, I'm not even sure where to begin, but I know Kama is counting on me.
You get to use a nickname from now? Are you close friends with him like Mr. Tsuhi is?
In all seriousness, it's a tough assignment. I don't even know the man's name yet.
Really?
Yeah, Inspector Kamada seemed busy at the time. He asked me to come back later for more details.
Oh, is something wrong?
Well...
I'm sorry, but Inspector Kamada isn't in right now. He's having a hard time at the moment.
Oh, but he's still out for the whole day.
Yes, I'm so sorry you came all this way.
I've actually been able to catch Inspector Kamada in person since the day we got the paper bag results. I've been down to the station several times.
And he wasn't there.
No, I haven't seen him. And when I ask around at the station, everyone kind of just shrugs.
That's concerning.
Yeah, why is he suddenly gone missing? Yeah.
Maybe he's just super busy with the investigation.
Yeah, I guess I'm getting a bit antsy. I can't help him if I can't see him. Anyway, I'll give him a little space for now and use this time to get my files in order. Oh, I should make some coffee while I'm at it. You want some? How would you like it?
Oh, actually, I'm on my way out.
Oh, could you be going to...
It's not like it's a big secret. I was about to tell you before you started acting weird.
Suspense is killing me.
I'm going to Megumi Morimoto's house for chat.
Oh. Wait, what?
If nothing else, maybe my presence can offer her a little comfort.
Oh, that sounds good.
Whew.
Nothing. I'm just relieved that Megumi is feeling well enough to talk to you.
Well, I'm actually going to talk to her mom first. I don't think Megumi is ready to talk yet.
That makes sense. Seems like she's been struggling for some time.
I mean, I'll definitely try checking on her as well. Anyway, I'm off.
Good luck and be careful. Chapter 6. Existence. That's a foreboding title and a half. What? What do you mean, existence? Are we playing as Mayumi? Mayumi? Where did I get the name Mayumi from?
Megumi Morimoto, a good friend of Isuke, has been absent from school since his death. She was at home when the other students learned about what had happened. That's everything Fukuyama knew. I'm here to see if I can find out more. I'd love to talk to Megumi herself, but that's likely going to prove difficult.
Well, one thing at a time. Let's talk to her parents first.
Yes. Hi, I'm Mayumi Tachibana. I called the other day. Oh, Miss Tachibana, of course. Hello. Hi. I was surprised to hear from a private detective. Is now a good time? I don't want to inconvenience you. It's no problem at all. I just hope I can be of some help to you. Thank you so much. Your help is appreciated.
Well, this is a cozy little looking place. Let's take a look around. This is a cozy little area. I like it. Megumi's mom. She looks tired.
That's a picture of Megumi when she was younger. That's a picture of the family. I can't tell where it was taken. It's hard to see much from here, but they look like a happy family. It's probably a great memory for all of them.
Sounded like that was a good thing to examine. Plant.
Picture of Megumi and her mom.
Lamp! No.
I have to hear from Megumi's mom.
The composition of the paper bag on his head matched that of the paper bags in the second and third serial girl murders. The or even though she continues to deny it, pretty sure she does remember Mr. Tsugi. The paper bag found on her head was not a match for those found in the other serial girl murders, or the one found in Isuke. So it really is starting to feel like the first incident was done by somebody completely different, and then the second, third, and fourth incidents now, fourth being Isuke's, all seem to be done by someone who saw the first killing and was like, oh, I'm gonna make this my MO now. That's really what it's starting to feel like. Megumi Morimoto's mother, Hiromi, lost a good friend Yoko Kojima in an incident that occurred in a previous case. Yeah, there was an entire game about that case. It was a good one. Same dialogue. Oh, we get a picture of her now. It's cute. Ice cream. The morning that students were informed of Isuke's death, she had stayed home sick. Hasn't been seen since the day after the forensic results of the paper bag were released. Okay, let's talk.
How's Megumi doing? Megumi's locked herself in a room, and she's refusing to talk to anyone. Is she feeling okay? She's not sick. She's in shock. Depressed. Which is, you know, not surprising after what happened to Isuke.
Makes sense.
She and Isuke had been close since they were little. They were just like brother and sister. They certainly argued as much as siblings. Every time they argued, she would get so angry she'd say, "Mom, I can't stand him." Then, just as quick, she'd calm down and be her usual self. It's strange, but they were also just kids. They were so close, Isuke and my Megumi. I still can't believe what happened. I don't know much about what happened to Isuke, only what I've seen on the news. I can't bring myself to talk to Isuke's mother about it. I'm afraid to talk to her at all.
I get it. It'd be hard to talk because you'd be afraid of, like, saying something that could just set them off.
There's still no clues who did it, is there? No, we don't know anything yet. I hope they're found soon. No one can feel safe until the monster that did this is caught. That's why we have detectives, isn't it? Yeah, of course. She's expecting a lot out of me. Yes? I imagine detectives must talk to lots of people. Oh, yeah, it helps to talk to everyone we can. I thought so. Of course, if there's anything you don't feel comfortable about talking about, please say so. No, that's not it. I mean... I'm sorry, I've never talked to a detective before. I was just curious. Everything I know about detectives I've learned from TV shows. Ah. I shouldn't ask you silly questions.
Okay.
Can you tell me about how Megumi has been the past few days? Sure. Megumi was absent from the school the day his body was found. That checks out. I already knew she wasn't at school for the morning assembly.
The question is, it seems kind of... It could just be a coincidence that she happened to be sick, but at the same time, she wasn't at the school when the announcement was made that Isuke had been killed. So, how is it that exactly is it that she came to know of it? That's what I want to know.
The school called about Isuke. I told Megumi right away.
I have my answer. I have my answer.
She turned pale, started shaking. She ran and locked herself in her room. I could hear her crying. She's not been herself ever since.
Well, I got my answer.
She hasn't been back to school since. Oh, really? She hasn't even come out of her room. I leave food at her door, but she either won't eat it or she barely touches it.
She's probably not doing good in that case.
She's avoiding everyone. Won't talk to me or her father.
Yeah, that's no good.
No. She's always been so full of life. So bright, happy.
Hmm.
私もショック。
Any observations?
伝え方に
I was so careful about how I told her about Ice Skate, but
伝え方に
Hmm.
Megumi has been absent from school since the day Ice Skate's body was found. It's just as Fukuyama said. But her mom says that she wasn't feeling ill. So why'd she stay home that day?
Let's ask.
So you said Megumi was absent from school the day Ice Skate was found? Yes. Why'd she miss that day of class? Was there any reason to be concerned about her on that day? A reason to be concerned?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see. It wasn't just that something was wrong on that day. Megumi had been acting strange the day before too. Since the day before, she seemed depressed, so I asked her what was wrong. But she wouldn't say anything. She just went straight to her room.
その日はそのまま自室に入ったきりでしたね。
If she was acting strange the day before, then it's technically possible that she would know something about that she somehow gained knowledge of the killing the day before. And that it was only when her mother told her as well that the reality of the situation sunk in. Like, she was probably already in shock, but I can imagine her maybe being in denial after, like, getting information the day before that Isuke was dead. So I can imagine her being depressed, but just in shock and denial over what happened. But the second that her mother says it, it confirms it, and that's when her emotions start to take control. Well, I can imagine that might be what happens, but if that's the case, that also implies that, well, she knows something. She somehow managed to find out about what happened before anyone else.
Oh, Megumi seemed calmer the next morning, but she never took a bath, and she stayed home from school. I thought maybe she had a bad day, and that's all. I was sort of relieved, actually, really. And then I got the call from school.
I see.
Do you know what Megumi might have been up to the day before? No, she didn't say anything about it. I never had the chance to hear her about her day. So her mom doesn't know what happened the day before. Do you think I could speak with Megumi? No, I'm sorry, you've come all this way. Oh, it's okay. Mrs. Morimoto's on edge. Isuke and Megumi were good friends, so this must be hard on her too.
Yeah.
Megumi is a class representative, so it must be causing some trouble for her to be gone. I imagine the other students in her class will be helping, along with her homeroom teacher. Homeroom teacher?
So yeah, Megumi is a student in my class. She's our class representative. Megumi has been absent, so I wouldn't know.
I've already forgotten the voice I gave you. I'm gonna be real with you. Do you know anything about Fukuyama?
Her homeroom teacher is Mr. Fukuyama, right? Yes, that's correct. He works closely with the students. He's always there for them. Since Megumi's class representative, Mr. Fukuyama, depends on her more than most. Those duties would have them working together and after school sometimes too. I see. He once gave Megumi a ride home because it was getting late. He's polite, dependable, young, and his students seem to love him. She used to tell me how handsome he was. She said he was like an actor from a TV show.
Huh?
Fukuyama seems to have a good reputation.
Good childhood friends with Megumi. Was good friends with Megumi from childhood. It sounds like it was almost a sibling-like relationship. Close with Isuke since they were little. Folks say the relationship was almost like that of siblings. After her mother told her of Aisuke's death, she refused to leave her room and hasn't been back to school. Megumi has been acting strangely since the day before Aisuke's body was discovered, and she's depressed and has been shut in. Megumi wasn't actually sick the day Aisuke was found. She said she wanted to stay home and she skipped taking a bath. Megumi seems to have been close with her homeroom teacher, Mr. Fukuyama. She'd recently gotten a ride home from Mr. Fukuyama after staying late at school. So homeroom teacher, Mr. Fukuyama has a lot of interaction with class representative Megumi. He was known to stay after school to help with class representative work. Mr. Fukuyama has driven Megumi home on days when she stayed late. Has known Aisuke Sasaki since he was little, only knows about what she's seen on TV about Aisuke's case. She thinks Tsubasa Fukuyama is a polite, young, and reliable teacher.
Ever since what happened to Aisuke, Megumi stopped talking. She used to be such a chatterbox. She used to tell me everything. My husband, I don't know what she's thinking or how to talk to her. At least until today.
What?
Until today?
What do you mean?
How's Megumi been today? She finally came out of her room for a bit earlier, around lunchtime.
Oh? Really?
Yeah, she took a shower, then came to the kitchen. I asked her if she was hungry. She didn't say anything, just gave me a nod. I made her some lunch, but she just picked at it. Still, I was relieved to see her eat anything at all.
It is a step forward, I'll give you that.
But then, Megumi just sat there looking kind of lost and sad. But I still think she was doing a great job of making herself get up and move. I wanted to say something, but what am I supposed to say? It was so uncomfortable. I didn't know what else to do, so I turned on the TV. There was a show about urban legends and I guess you'd say the occult. They say it was a special episode.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I was curious and Megumi didn't seem to mind, so I left it on. She's usually interested in shows like that. Every summer vacation, she'll sit and watch hours of this stuff.
I see.
They talked about the legend of the Smiling Man. I'd never heard of it, but Megumi was very interested. Then, I don't know why, but they suddenly started... Oh, I saw it was about you, Aisuke. Oh no, and Megumi was watching.
Yeah.
I tried to turn it off in a hurry, but Megumi... Megumi? Can you speak to any past incidents involving the Smiling Man?
Well, the oldest example would have been from about 20 years ago. Some people say that the recent incident in Kofuku City may have been in the Smiling Man's doing. Word is, the victim, a boy, had a paper bag over his head, much like in the stories of the Smiling Man. Though remember, the Smiling Man is only an urban legend. It would be poor taste to continue that thought.
Yeah.
Megumi!
Bad timing.
They were talking about a boy in Kofuku City. That could only be Aisuke, right? Yeah, I think so. Life is tragic enough. They don't need to use scary stories to make it worse. That Toru Osawa was right. It's tasteless. I guess that this is how urban legends grow, huh? She finally came out of her room. I was too careless. She shut herself in her room again. She doesn't even respond when I call to her. I just don't know what to do anymore. Do you think there's anything you can do for her, detective? From the sound of it, Megumi won't be meeting up with anyone for a while. I don't expect I'd get much if I try to talk to her. Ma'am, I'm sorry, but I don't think there's anything I can do for her right now. I'm sorry. It might take some time, but I'm certain Megumi will be fine. She's just got a lot that she's trying to process. Be patient with her. Whatever you do, don't blame yourself for how she's feeling.
Exactly. I mean, how are you supposed to know that a freaking TV show talking about it was gonna be perfectly on at the time?
Megumi wouldn't like that. Thank you, detective. Hopefully we have good news about the investigation soon. Thank you. By the way, your family photo is lovely. Oh, this one. Yeah. Yes, you all look so happy. Thank you. We were at an amusement park that day. Megami's a sweet girl with a bright smile. I bet everyone likes her. I know it's just a rumor, but I can see why the boys would fight over her. I feel like now I need to focus on taking care of her until she can smile like that again.
Yeah. I'm sure you can do it.
I guess that's about all I can tell you. Hmm? I'm sorry. I feel like I didn't help much and you came all this way. No, I'm happy to have made the trip. You've been very helpful. Really? Good. I'm the one who feels like I haven't been able to... I haven't been any help to you. No, Detective, not at all. You've made me feel a lot better about all this. Good, I'm glad to hear it. She says she's okay, but is she really? I should leave.
Well, I'll let you leave.
Pardon me, ma'am? Yes? I mean, I'm worried about Megami, but I'm also worried about you. If you dwell on these dark things too much, they'll eat you up. It's sweet of you to be worried. Oh, right. Hmm? Speaking of worrying, last night, Kohei called Megami. Detective, do you know Kohei? Kohei? Kohei Takiguchi. The kids at Minami Daisen Junior High School mentioned him.
Yeah.
You sound worried about Megami. I told Megami he was on the phone, but she didn't pick up. I don't know, maybe that's why she finally came out of her room today? I guess now that I think about it, the only people who called for her were Mr. Fukuyama and Kohei.
I see.
I've heard Kohei's name, but I don't know any more than that. But you've heard the name. You really are quite the detective. Aw. He's another classmate of Megami's. They've been friends since elementary school. Kohei would go out to play with Megami and Isuke all the time. Did Megami, Isuke, and Kohei hang out together much recently? Occasionally, but less than when they were in elementary school. Has there been any trouble between the three of them? No, nothing like that as far as I know. But they're all at that age when they all want to live on their own lives. They don't tell their moms everything like they used to. So who knows what they get up to once they're out of sight.
Well, I think we're now truly done here.
If you want, you're welcome to come back. Maybe you can speak to Megami then. Thank you. I'd love to come back.
Alright. Got some decent talking through there. Back to the building and I need water. Alright.
I'm back.
Ayumi, good to see you. Did you get anything from Megumi's mother?
Yeah, here's everything I heard.
Ayumi told me in detail about Megumi's state of mind. Her grief at the son loss is understandable, especially given how close she was to Isuke. Ayumi and I began talking about a question that she had after the interview.
I wonder what happened to Megami the day before Isuke's body was found. Such strange timing, I mean.
So, something happened, but by the next morning she was calm and decided to take the day off.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it just means that whatever happened, it wasn't serious.
No, I don't think that's true at all. I think it's the opposite. I think it's because it was serious that she was calm. Again, I think I think it would be denial. I feel like that maybe she was in denial about it. Because here's the thing. You want to know why she would skip school even though she was acting as calm? Because if she went to school, it would confirm her worst fears. She would be in denial, and she knew in her heart that's like, if she goes to school, she's going to have to face the reality of what she saw the day before, of whatever knowledge allowed her to know that, about whatever it was that told her or let her know that Isuke was killed. She wouldn't have been able to escape that reality if she went to school, so she thought she could probably escape it and just live in denial if she didn't go that day. But of course, things didn't really work out because her mother got the call
And her mother then told her the truth, and at that point, she couldn't protect herself with lies or deceiving herself anymore. I think that's why she was so calm until it was mentioned. When school called for about Isuke, she locked herself in her room. Maybe whatever happened the day before is related to Isuke. I wonder.
Maybe I should talk to Mr. Fukuyama again and see what he thinks. Though he didn't have any answers before. What should I do?
Knowing what you know now, it might be I feel like you might want to try talking to him again. It's probably worth trying to talk to him again.
Yeah, that would be the right call, wouldn't it?
Yeah?
But maybe I should just let him gather some more info first. If he figures anything out, I'm sure he'll let me know. He'll invite me back to his favorite cafe.
Oh. Did you find out anything else?
Well, Megumi finally poked her head out of her room this morning. Too bad I was just in time to see that TV show about urban legends.
That's the same one that we saw.
Yeah.
So she heard about them talking about the boy killed in Kofuku City.
And anyone who knows about Isuke would figure it out.
Again, just keeps reaffirming the truth that she wants to block out.
After that, she went back to her room and hasn't come out. Her mom's having a hard time too, but I feel badly for Megumi.
She just keeps getting hurt, doesn't she?
I really hope she finds a way through it. Oh, yeah. Why called Megumi after she'd locked herself in her room.
Kohei Takiguchi was also friends with Isuke, yeah?
Yep, but Megumi wouldn't pick up the phone to speak to him.
I feel like we need to talk with Kohei as well, potentially, because we don't even know how he's reacting to this whole situation, and he's a big friend of both Megumi and Isuke. I feel like it might be worth it. And I mean, who knows? Maybe there's a chance that he saw something, that he knows something as well. If they're all friends with each other, then I wouldn't say it's impossible for maybe all three friends to have been together when the incident took place. People have a lot of different responses to things, to traumatic events. Megumi's is, again, I think it's denial. But who knows what Kohei's is? Maybe he knows something, but he's just hiding it or something. So I think it might be worth it to find Kohei and talk to him. I'm gonna save the game. Well, that's not what I wanted to open, but sure. Isuke, Megumi, and Kohei often play together. After Isuke's death, he called Megumi's house. Kohei, Isuke, and Megumi have all been friends since elementary school. They spend a lot of time together. Believes Megumi is withdrawn because of her own parenting failures. She has known Kohei Takiguchi since he was in elementary school. Not that. She recently got on a ride. She's interested in the occult and watches a lot of TV shows about it. According to her mother, Megumi recently watched a TV show about the Smiling Man and was left feeling unsettled. She didn't answer the phone call from Kohei. There's a lot to think about, but I'm most curious about what could have upset Megumi the day of Isuke's murder.
Yeah, but the only person who can tell us that is Megumi. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with Isuke.
Hello?
Oh? Who could it be? It's Fukuyama.
What do you got? Ah!
Hello, this is Tachibana. What's going on, senpai? What? Megumi's
Shit! What?
Yes, I understand. Please be careful.
Not good.
Megumi's gone missing. Her mother called the police. Mr. Fukuyama's on his way to speak to her now.
Move. We should go too.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that we're lucky that we're only one victim this time, but damn it! Amy and I rushed to Megumi's neighborhood. We looked around the area, but Megumi was nowhere to be found and no one had seen her. Where on earth could she have gone? I didn't have any ideas. So I took Ayumi's suggestion and headed to Minami Daisen Junior High School. Crap. Of course, at
At this time of night, there weren't any students around. Yep, everyone's long gone by this point.
What?
Hey, there are a couple kids here. Excuse me.
What?
It's you. I'm sorry I startled you. I just want to ask you a few questions. Well, you're just in time. What do you mean? A kid at cram school who says he's in the same class as Megami just...
What happened?
said he saw Megami running in her pajamas. Apparently she wouldn't respond to anyone, but... since she was headed toward a bus stop.
Bus stop. Which one?
The one behind the school. It's kind of dark back there. The principal said never to go there alone at night. Bus stop's near the pump station, too.
Of course, she's going back to the scene of the crime. Do you think that's where Megami could be headed?
Oh no. Oh, and there's one more thing. Pisachi, I mean Mr. Fukuyama, I just saw him looking really freaked out. But he asked if we'd seen Megami. We told him the same thing we told you. Then he ran up the opposite direction of the bus stop. Mr. Fukuyama can get so worried about his students. I'm afraid he can miss what's happening around him. One time he accidentally ran into a rice paddy and fell in the mud. He was covered in it. Now's not the time. Yeah, so you might be in trouble tonight. There are a whole lot of rice paddies around here.
Whatever.
Okay, I'll keep a lookout for Mr. Fukuyama too.
Thank you both very much. It's getting dark, so be careful on your way home.
Will do. Okay, wait, who are...
Amy, let's hurry.
Yeah, let's go. Thank you again, both of you.
Move! Ayumi, look, it's Kuze and Kamihara. Ugh.
And Fukuyama.
It looks like the kid's okay. So that must be Megami. I was scared the kid would be killed, but looks like she's fine.
It looks like she's okay.
Thank goodness. Okay. I was literally just thinking during that conversation back at the office, it's like, man, I'm thankful that we don't have, like, it's a good thing that we haven't had any more murder victims, at least. It's because, like, because I was thinking, like, oh, Missing Hair had a lot of murder victims, and then there weren't a whole lot of murder victims back in The Girl Who Stands Behind, and then I was just like, I guess this will be like The Girl Who Stands Behind, where there'll not be any many murder victims except for the first, and I guess the people, you know, talked about outside of it, but then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, this girl's missing. It's like, God, what do you mean? I'm relieved that Megami is safe after all, but she looks pretty upset. She's crying in Mr. Fukuyama's arms. She's still in her pajamas like those kids said. She clearly ran away spontaneously. So why'd she come here? Where Isuke's body was found? She has to have known something. If she came here of all places, then that can only mean she definitely knows something. I think I was right in my assumption. She learned something the day before and was put into a state of denial about it. Yep, this is a pretty shitty situation. Megami regained her composure by the time we reached the police station. But she still wouldn't say anything to anyone. We're going nowhere. Yep, this is a... Poor kid. She's surrounded by adults and authority figures. Itsugi! Huh. This situation is a big deal, but I haven't seen Inspector Kamada tonight. Where is he? He's still gone! She seems restless. Being surrounded by detectives will do that to you, but I think there's something else. Maybe she just doesn't want to talk to the police. Maybe she'd be more comfortable talking to us. That's Mr. Fukuyama. Detective Kamihara looks annoyed. Looks like she's trying to decide how to approach Megami. I think we may just want to get all the adults out of here. Detective Kuze, would you mind if I tried talking to her? You? Sure, fine. Good evening, Megami. My name is Kaden. It's nice to meet you. I might not look like it, but I'm a private detective.
Huh?
Kind of amazing, right? I'm not that much older than you. If you talk to me, you could brag about it at school. I guess that's a no.
Too bad, boy detective.
Damn it, I thought it'd be easier for her to talk to me since I'm closer to her in age. Can't get her to talk. So much for that plan. I think it was worth a shot. Looks like I can get her to talk. I should give up. I thought that was going to be the answer. I wonder what to do now. There are so many people to talk to here. You? You?
What's up, boy detective?
Well, normally that's what he'd say. He's staying quiet right now. I like to imagine we just read his thoughts.
What is it?
Since Megami won't say anything, what do you think we should do?
How'd you feel about me talking to Megami, Kin?
Go for it. Do you think that'd work?
Well, I'm not a cop or a guy. That might help put her at ease. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right. Give it a shot. Let's see.
Okay, here goes.
Give it a shot, Yumi.
Detective Kuze, would you allow me to speak with Megami? And you are? I should have introduced myself earlier. I'm Ayumi Tachibana of the Utsugi Detective Agency.
I think it's a good idea. It might be easier for Megami to talk to her than us.
Please? Okay. Thank you.
Alright, it's alright. And now we're playing as Ayumi again.
Hi! Nice to meet you, Megami. Megami just kind of shut down that day the ISK died. She hasn't even spoken to her mother since then.
Nice pajamas. You like markers? I'm trying to make small talk. I'm gonna call my boss. She wouldn't tell her own mother, then why would she tell me, a complete stranger? Even though we have a few things in common, there's probably only so much I can get out of her.
Megumi, are you okay? Megumi acts like she doesn't have anything to talk about, but she also seems kind of fidgety and restless. She's bothered by someone here.
Wait.
Speaking of being fidgety,
I had a feeling there is somebody else here of note.
speaking of fidgeting, whenever we talk about Megami, Fukuyama gets a bit... Actually, he seems different toward her today. He's watching her closely, but with genuine concern. What is the deal with you two?
What is it, Tachibana? Is there something on my face? Oh, I see. You need my help, eh, Tachibana?
Huh? You know this lady, Mr. Fukuyama. Megami, Mr. Fukuyama was my senpai when we were in middle school. Your senpai?
Yes, Megami. Tachibana and I went to the same school. She was a few grades below me. And she's also a very good detective. She's working on Isuke's case.
Isuke?
I know Tachibana. She will catch the culprit, I assure you.
I will?
You're putting me on the spot, sir.
So you see, you can just tell Tachibana everything you know. You understand, Megami?
It might give us the edge we need.
So Megami, I've heard so much about you from your mom. And I know you're suffering right now. I don't want to pretend like I know everything, but But I know you've been going through a lot of scary, painful, and difficult feelings alone, Megumi. I guess I'm wondering if you feel like you've done all that you can by yourself. Your family, the detectives, and Mr. Fukuyama, they're all here because they want to help you. It's why I'm here too. Detective, you don't have to do this all on your own. We're all here to help you so you don't have to go through any more hard times alone. That's all we want. I'd be so happy if you could talk to me. Megumi, you can take it slow. It's okay. I loved him. I really loved him. I love Mr. Fukuyama.
What the? What? 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 That came so out of left field I can't help but laugh. What do you mean? Even he's like, what the? Imagine just being Fukuyama, just like, what do I do? Fukuyama is just looking in complete bewilderment. Just like, what do I do in this situation? This is not what I wanted. This is not at all what I ever wanted. I just want to take care of the students. What? I mean, no, that, it's so out of left field, I can't help but laugh. I can't help but laugh. No, I mean, this isn't... Even the music's confused, it just died. What do you mean?
Mr. Fukuyama, he's such a good teacher, always so kind, dependable, and cool. That's why I fell in love with him. And that's also why that's why I had Mr. Fukuyama meet me on the rooftop. I finally told him how I felt.
Okay, now suddenly it makes a lot more sense. I get it now. I understand why Mr. Fukuyama is so uncomfortable about talking to Megami. Because I don't blame him. How the hell are you gonna feel comfortable talking to a kid who just said, "Oh, I love you"? It's just like, what do you mean? This is not compatibility. It's just like, you're a cool student, but you're a student. I completely understand now why Fukuyama has been so fidgety about talking about Megami. Knowing this makes a lot more sense. And I also can't even say I'm completely surprised on him not saying a word about it. Because imagine how weird it would be to hear that coming from a teacher of all people, considering how easily misconstrued it could probably be. Bro's just like, no.
I like you, Mr. Fukuyama. I mean, I love you. Will you go out with me? Please.
Fukuyama just walks out. No. Megami, no, hold on. You can't just suddenly...
Don't you like me too? Or do you hate me?
No, it's...
No! You're a student! Maybe words like love and like have different meanings at different times. And love, it's always a big word.
Bro is going into like a panic shock. It's like, what?
And like is, well,
Answer my question.
okay.
Don't say something stupid, dumbass.
Megami, you're just in love with love. It's really common at your age.
What do you mean I'm in love with the idea of love?
You'll understand one day when you're grown up.
Don't treat me like a child.
You are a child.
No, I'm not treating you like a child. Am I?
Stop it. Enough.
Megami!
I didn't know what to do. I ran to school and Ice Skate, were you listening?
Oh, this is Ice Skate. Huh.
No, not really.
Okay.
Wait. You're up here with the teacher, huh? I can't believe it.
I knew you were listening.
Yeah, I heard you. Not like I wanted to hear something like that, believe me.
What's your problem? You're the worst.
Worse than you.
This is none of your business.
How's it none of my business?
I don't care.
Shit, what the hell's your problem? You know what? I'm gonna tell everyone I heard what I heard. Everyone, that's a promise.
Oh yeah? Tell everybody if you want. People just love and eavesdropping up and gossip, don't they? You're so gross. I bet you're not worried because you're about to go to a better school. Everyone here thinks you're a creep. It won't matter when you're done with this school.
That's...
I'm sad you saw me like that. You heard all those things I said. So ashamed. I want to die.
Look at me. I didn't know about any of that. I'm sorry. So very sorry.
Ayumi, I'll take it from here.
Okay, yeah, please.
Alright, my turn. Okay, Megami.
I could say anything to Ice Skate, and I ended up saying the worst things I could think of. I realized that Ice Skate liked me. Instead of... Ice Skate was so sweet and kind to me. Ice Skate. I'm sorry, Ice Skate. I'm so sorry.
So she feels partly responsible now. It's weird, you know? It feels in a... Even though the circumstances around the whole thing are different, obviously. The situation kind of makes me think about Kuze and Makoto. How it's in the sense that it was all a misunderstanding. Yeah, I think Kuze understands.
Ice Skate. It's been really hard, I know.
Detective Kuze. She's really showing a sweet side here. So you see how she emphasizes with Megumi. Of everyone, Detective Kuze is probably the one who can help Megumi the most. Yeah. She knows the kind of pain that Megumi is going through right now. Just like she thought she was at fault for her brother going missing, Megumi thinks it's her fault that Ice K is dead now. Neither of them are the reasons, but it was just very unfortunate misunderstandings. Hmm.
ありがとう。
Thank you, ma'am.
落ち着いた？
Are you feeling a little better?
はい。
Yes, a little.
Good. So, that must be why you stayed home from school the next day.
はい。
Yeah, I thought I should apologize to Ice Kate, but then it turned out
やっぱり
I never can.
そしたら電話
My mom answered the phone and
お母さんが
she told me,
英介が
she said Ice Kate is dead.
Hmm.
英介が死
I
んじゃ
heard
った
that Ice Kate had died.
私
I worried he had killed himself.
英介
I
は
thought it was because I said horrible things to him.
No.
私があんなひどい
Megami.
私のせ
I
い
thought Ice Kate died because of me.
英介が死んじゃったって思った
I thought
誰とも
I didn't want to see anyone. I couldn't even eat anymore.
このまま
I felt like I was going to die
自分も
too.
死んじゃうそうやっ
It's been a few days,
ゆうべ
and last night Ice Kate was in my dreams.
それで
You said you're not acting like yourself. When I woke up, I thought, I'm hurting Ice Kate now too.
だから今日
And that's what brought you out of your room.
はい
Yeah,
そうです
yeah.
So that's why she gained strength. But unfortunately, the timing couldn't have been worse for the episode of Ice K to happen.
私のこと
Ice Kate took what I said.
そして
Then when the TV was on,
英介は
I just found out that Ice Kate didn't commit suicide. He was killed by the Smiling Man.
What?
私
I thought maybe I'd done something even
とんで
worse.
もない怖くて
I was so scared I couldn't take it anymore.
You thought you had cursed him to his own death, basically. You thought you put him into some sort of path that would lead to his own death. Something even worse. Might I ask?
私
What makes you think that Ice K was killed by the Smiling Man? And what is this even worse thing you mentioned?
きっと
I bet Ice Kate was over there all by himself crying.
私にひ
I
どい
said
こ
so
とを
many
言われて
bad things to Ice Kate. I made him sad. And then the Smiling Man showed up and killed him.
そこにエミオが現れて
Hmm.
英介を
She does seem to know about the legend, though. She knows that the Smiling Man seems to appear to people who are crying.
私
I did a terrible thing.
Something seems off, though. What do you mean by something even worse?
英介を
I'm sure Ice Kate was killed by the Smiling Man.
私
I like urban legends and stuff, so I know about the Smiling Man.
だから私
That's why I'm worried.
エミオに殺され
Those
た
the people
人
killed by the Smiling Man can't get to heaven.
They can't.
はい
No,
そう
if I
なん
don't
で
do
す
something, Ice Kate won't make it to
この
heaven.
ままじゃだから
So I have to recite the
私
spell.
がおまじないを
A
唱えなきゃダ
spell?
メ
There's a spell. What do you mean? Can you tell me more about the spell?
誰かが
When
死んだ
someone
ら
dies, everyone they're
その
close to
人
is
の
really
親とか
sad,
兄弟
right?
そんな人
If
が
one of those person recites the spell at the mercy, the Smiling Man will appear.
Oh, what?
Well, I know that spell. Smiling Man will come, Ice Kate will be able to get into heaven, and the spell will keep me safe. That's why I had to go there.
So you thought you could bring the Smiling Man and it would allow you to not only protect yourself from what would happen, and if he appeared, but it would also allow his soul to go to heaven. Hmm. That's quite a spell. Yeah. So you went to the pumping station. Is that all this was about? Megami, you... I see.
Then they found Ice Kate. I was going to wait there for the Smiling Man and practice the spell. I forgot the words.
Hmm.
It's dark and scary and cold. I tried so hard to remember the words for Ice Kate, but I just couldn't remember them. I started thinking about how I was so pathetic. Then I started thinking about Ice Kate. I was so sad and lonely that I started crying. Then the Smiling Man showed up. Really?
What do you mean? What? Are you serious? What do you mean the Smiling Man showed up?
I was so scared. I couldn't remember the spell, so I just screamed. I practiced a spell, but I screwed up. Isuke can't go to heaven because of me. I'm sorry, Isuke. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. Isuke.
I heard her scream just as we arrived.
So the smiling man was just there then.
I ran towards her, but I didn't see anyone suspicious.
I doubt that she's lying about it though.
It was just her and Mr. Fukuyama at the scene. However, there's a small spot at the back of the station where someone might be able to squeeze through.
So he was there then.
Whoever we saw might have gone that way. She might have saw, I'm sorry.
Kami, bring me the item, please.
Understood.
We're gonna show her the bag, aren't we? This is gonna be our confirmation. Is this the bag you saw?
Was the smiling man wearing a paper bag like this?
Yes, he had the same face drawn on his.
Bingo.
He was different from what I had seen in books or on TV, but this is it. This was his face.
Oh, that seals it. We can't ignore the connections to the murders from 18 years ago. Does this mean the smiling man was actually real? It's starting to sound like it. But that's a big clue in the right direction, at least. I'm just glad that we don't have another murder at the moment. Though I'm starting to wonder how long can we keep that. It's getting late. Great work today, Ayumi.
Right back at you.
A lot of surprises today, huh?
Yeah, I still can't believe that the smiling man really showed up in front of Megumi. Who is he? Why did he come to her?
It sounds like it... Why?
Well, let's wrap up today's investigation.
This is only chapter 6. Alright, let's review, shall we? We finally figured out why Megumi was absent the day Sasaki was found.
Isuke saw Megumi confessing her love to Mr. Fukuyama, and he heard Mr. Fukuyama explain that he didn't feel the same way.
Yeah.
Then Isuke called her out for her behavior. She was so frustrated and embarrassed that she took it out on Isuke, her closest friend.
Isuke must have been stunned. He seemed to have liked Megumi as more than a friend.
Yep, that's why she thought she was the reason he died. She thought maybe he'd kill himself. She locked herself in her room since the day he was found, convinced until today that he had killed himself because of her.
Yeah. Today, though, something changed her mind. That was... what she saw on the talk show, right? It's what she saw on the talk show, right?
That show featured the urban legend The Smiling Man, and they talked about Isuke's case without getting very specific.
That's why Megumi thought Isuke was killed by the Smiling Man, right? After watching the show, Megumi went to the crime scene looking to meet the Smiling Man. What Megumi wanted to do there was... she wanted to recite a spell. Recite a spell?
She thought she could recite the spell so Isuke could get into heaven. She was so convinced that the story was true that she couldn't stay home any longer. Poor girl.
Yeah. Then, at the crime scene, the Smiling Man appeared.
Yeah.
I can't imagine who it could have been. It seems likely that it's someone involved in Isuke's murder because... a paper bag. I'd assume this is what it's asking me to select, right? The Smiling Man's Megumi saw and the paper bag Isuke was wearing both had the same face drawn on them, one not seen in the reports on this urban legend. I have to say, the case developed quite a lot in one day. Just for the record, let's recap what we've learned.
Good idea. Let's do that.
On the day Isuke's body was found, Megumi missed school. She was upset because Isuke had overheard her confessing her feelings to Tsubasa Fukuyama.
That's right. Now, since Megami wasn't at school that day, she learned about Aisuke's death from her mother, right? Hiromi Morimoto. Yes, the school contacted her mother and she was the one to break it to Megami. When her mother told her what had happened, Megami assumed that Aisuke's death was a suicide.
Is this how you spell suicide? I'm gonna look this up. Suicide. Yep, that's how you spell it. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, it's understandable for her to think that given what happened the day before. Megami locked herself in her room and wouldn't talk to anyone. This morning, she finally started to come around. She decided to try and be more positive after Aisuke appeared in her dreams and encouraged her. But after Megami saw the TV show about urban legends, she began to think that Sasaki was killed by the Smiling Man. That's right. Megami knew about the urban legend of the Smiling Man, so she tried to recite a spell that she believed would let Aisuke get into heaven. So she went alone to where Aisuke's body was found and waited for the Smiling Man. And then, right in front of her, he appeared. I know it sounds unbelievable, but it seems to be true. Yeah. Aisuke was found wearing a paper bag over his head, the same kind as the victims from 18 years ago. Tonight, someone wearing a bag with the same smiling face was spotted where Aisuke was found. And the face on both bags was different from the ones commonly associated with the urban legend. Does that mean the person Megami saw tonight might be the same killer as 18 years ago?
There's no way to know at this stage.
Two separate cases, 18 years apart. They must be connected. But how? You're really amazing today. It's kind of cool.
Nah, Yumi, you're the one who did a great job today.
I do what I can.
For real though, thank you so much for all your help. Can't wait. I can't imagine Utsugi Detective Agency without you.
Okay, what's going on?
I'm just saying you were just fine. You'll be just fine if something were to ever happen to me.
What? Hey, don't say stuff like that.
Like what? What? Sorry. Are you by any chance mad at me?
I'm always worried about you.
I'm sorry.
And I forgive you.
Yippee! Phew.
Especially since you'll be treating me to some milk tea and tiramisu to make up for it.
You got it.
That's everything for now. Are you still going to visit the police station tomorrow?
I'd assume so. Yeah. I'm gonna ask Inspector Kamada about the person of interest who disappeared 18 years ago. Ayumi?
Yeah?
It bothers me that Inspector Kamada wasn't there today, given everything that's happening.
Hey, you're right. He wasn't there, was he? Maybe he's busy with too many cases?
Mr. Utsugi trusts Inspector Kamada, so I don't doubt him, but I admit that I'm wondering if he's hiding something. It's not impossible at this point. Again, I just want to know, why is he missing? And hopefully it's not because something's happened to him, or that he's doing something. I won't know anything until I ask him. I'll do my best tomorrow and let you know. What are your plans for tomorrow, Ayumi?
I'm going to check in on Megami. I hope she's been able to calm down a bit.
If you get to see her, tell her I said hello. And thank you for doing her best to talk to us.
Okay, will do. Say, I wonder when Mr. Utsugi will be back.
He's been gone a long time. He disappears like this all the time. Chapter 7, Irumo Village. I think we've now passed the halfway mark of this game, because I remember seeing there are 12 chapters in this game. So we are officially past the halfway mark.
Hopefully today I can finally talk to Inspector Kamada. Oh, it's that police officer from before. She's coming to see me. I'll have to brag to Detective Kamihara. Hi! Hello, Seven. Thanks for coming again, Say.
Hello. How's it going?
You're here to see Inspector Kamada. He's here today.
Oh,
Please go to the back room.
thank you. Let's see him. So, where have you been, buddy?
Hey, Seven.
Hello, Inspector Kamada.
Thanks for coming all this way. You want to hear about the injured man, right?
Yes, that's right. I understand the injured man simply disappeared, and I'd like to hear more. Inspector Kamada looks really stern today. Quite a stern look today. Alright, let's get into it. First, I have a question for you, Inspector Kamada.
Yeah? What is it?
Were you aware of what was happening last night? You weren't at the police station. I'm just wondering where you were instead of here.
It's not your place to worry about that.
Ah,
I appreciate your enthusiasm, Detective, but not every question is deserving of an answer.
understood. Sorry. I wonder if I shouldn't have said anything. Inspector Kamada seems pretty tightly wound today. Alright. What can you tell me about the missing man?
His name was Minoru Suzuki.
Minoru Suzuki?
He's been missing 18 years, since the day Ayaka Hashizume was murdered. He was 25 years old at the time. If he were still alive, he'd be 43 now. We were looking for him back then because we saw him as a person of interest to the case. But we could never find him.
So he's either alive and he's hiding, or he somehow or he did die. Hasn't been seen. He was still absent when it was reported that Megumi Morimoto was missing. He was finally able to meet again, but he looked grim and wouldn't explain his absence. Kamada said that the man who went missing 18 years ago was named Minoru Suzuki. Wow, she got a lot of pages all of a sudden. Get close with her homeroom teacher. Taken into custody later near the pump station. Had feelings for Mr. Fukuyama. The day before Aisuke was found dead, Megumi had confessed feelings for Mr. Fukuyama. She and Aisuke argued afterward. Megumi thought that Aisuke committed suicide because of her. Later, after having watched a TV show about the Smiling Man, she began to think it was he who had killed Aisuke. When she was apprehended at the pump station, she had been trying to recite a spell to allow Aisuke to go to heaven. While at the pump station, she encountered someone who appeared to have been the Smiling Man. She told the police that the paper bag they owed her had the same face as the one worn by the Smiling Man she encountered. He's a type who gets tunnel vision when it comes to students. Megumi has feelings for him, and he is very confused. He knew the first victim. On the day the first victim's body was found, he disappeared, leaving behind a disturbing amount of blood in his apartment. Although he was one of the key people in the Ayaka Hashizume case, his name was never released. His whereabouts remain unknown since the day that Ayaka died. There have been no sightings or reports of him. The man's name is Minoru Suzuki. He was 25 years old 18 years ago. If still alive, he would be 43 years old today. Heard a rumor at cram school about Megumi running off somewhere in pajamas. Same thing here. Are you the cat? How old are you, old man? Who here is 43? I'm gonna look. Who is 43 years old? We don't know Tayama's age. You're 43. The Smiling Man has no age. Immortal man. He's 55. You're 24. You're 32. You're 14, you're 23, you're 83, you're 46, you're 40, and you're 19. And you're me! Alright, Suzuki. Anything else I should know?
There's nothing else, no.
What?
The only information I have on Suzuki is 18 years old. We followed her at the time, but we never managed to find Suzuki. Nowadays, most folks in the department think Suzuki is long dead. Suzuki generally isn't considered important to the current case. But I still want you to look him all the same. You've got a different perspective than we do.
So that's what this is all about. Thanks for nothing.
I mentioned there's a good chance he's dead, right? Maybe you'll know something we've missed.
What happened? Huh?
At least that's what I'm counting on.
What? Are you okay?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
You say that, but you're not very good at hiding.
Anyway, we're not allowed to share confidential information outside the force. That's all I can say.
You're hiding something. Why are you in pain? What's going on? I guess that's the way it is. In that case, can he say if he thinks the girls were really victims of indiscriminate murders? Probably not, right?
What are you mumbling about?
It occurs to me that we don't know the motive of the serial girl murder case, whether it was indiscriminate. I was wondering if the police had ideas. If so, I need to know.
You know I can't tell you that.
Yep, I knew it. Alright. Minoru Suzuki, so that's the name of the missing man.
That said, I can't let you leave here without a new clue to work. Let me give you this.
Oh, police sketch. So this is the man we're looking for.
Perceptive. Now that's the job of the officer who drew it.
Who is this?
It's what Suzuki might look like now, at page 43. It's based off an old picture of him. Since it was drawn by a professional, I figure it can't be too far off.
Unless the man's taken a, plastic surgery. Thank you. I'm glad to have it. Why are you in pain?
As I said, I can't give you most of our old information on Suzuki. And I understand that's frustrating since I brought you in on this investigation. But you're taking a fresh look at Suzuki. You might see something we missed. At least that's what I hope happened.
He hasn't said it, but it seems like Inspector Kamada thinks Suzuki is alive and involved in this case. But it's difficult to perform a new investigation. So he's asked me to help. I'll conduct my investigation with that in mind. Look at this photograph.
Yes, that's a portrait of Minoru Suzuki that I gave you.
Are you okay? What is wrong with you? It looks like he's in pain, but I feel like I shouldn't ask about it. I want to ask. Are you cool, bro? What is wrong with you?
It's nothing.
Whatever. Thank you for your time, Inspector Kamada. The sketch you gave me will be very useful.
Do you have any leads?
No. I'm going to the library, I guess. I'm gonna look it up. I'm going to the library.
Oh, really?
Maybe that's not the best plan.
You know, usually in situations like this, police would have canvassed for info at Kofuku Station.
You're right. Okay then, I'm off.
Good luck. Keep up the good work, remember.
Huh? Whatever. Ayumi! Huh? Uh-oh. Huh? Wait, that's... Uh-oh. Uh-oh, not good. What? Not good. Wait a minute. No, don't chase him. You're gonna get killed. Where'd he go? No! If they kill Ayumi, I'm gonna be very upset. Kofuku Station. This is the heart of Kofuku City, where the serial girl murders happened. There's a lot of people passing by the station. It won't be easy, but maybe I can learn something useful here. I used a sketch of Minoru Suzuki that Inspector Kamada gave me to ask around for info. I keep thinking about Inspector Kamada's strange behavior, but I should focus on the investigation. He's given me a great opportunity, and I've got to live up to his expectations. I'm gonna be very upset. Pardon me, do you have a minute? What? What? I have a boyfriend. I don't know why, but I'm a little hurt by that. You there? Excuse me, do you have a moment? I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Who are you?
I'm a detective with the Utsuki Detective Agency, and I'm searching for someone.
You seem like a little young for a detective.
Have you seen this man? Do you recognize this person?
Should I? Who is this?
His name is Minoru Suzuki. He lived near here until around 18 years ago.
Sorry, I moved here last year for work. I don't know anyone. Even my family lives far away. I'm no help.
Not a problem. Sorry to bother you. He's already gone. What about the new guy that just appeared? Ayumi better not be hurt. I'm gonna be very upset. You there? Excuse me.
Oh, you want to go in there? Feel free.
Actually, I'm a detective. I'd like to ask you a few questions if I can.
Sorry, if you're not a customer, you'll have to find someone else to talk to. I'm working.
I just need a few minutes.
I said I'm busy, can't you see?
You're just hanging out in front of the restaurant drinking a can of coffee. I can't tell if he's on break or slacking off, but he's definitely annoyed. I doubt he'd talk to me even if I keep up trying. Sorry to bother you. Hello, can I steal a moment of your time? Negima and liver. Oh, and gizzards and skin. No, maybe it should be chicken wings. I always forgot the thighs. It's so hard to choose. She's focused on food. I should leave her alone. Ah, more people. Hello. Hi. Hello, may I speak to you for a moment?
Shima, what?
Huh? I didn't say that. No. I'm a detective. I'm looking for someone.
Who are you looking for?
A man by the name of Minoru Suzuki.
Who? What name?
Minoru Suzuki.
You looking for my granddaughter?
What?
Minori Suzuki. She's only 11 years old. Why are you looking for her?
No, not Minori Suzuki. The person in the sketch is...
Who is this old man?
This man is Minoru Suzuki.
You asked my granddaughter, not old man. There's no point talking to you.
Okay, well, thanks. Is that Detective Kamiara? Looks like he's calling someone. Should I talk to Kamiara or not? Let's talk. Okay, I'm curious. We'll call him over. Kamiara!
Hey, look, it's the boy detective. What a wild coincidence.
Can I use the phone? No, I should have asked him. I'm gonna be very upset. Are you off today?
Yeah, I'm asking around for information right now. Does it look like I'm goofing off, boy detective? I'm out here burning the candle and all that. But if Detective Kuze ever suspected I'm slacking off, if it comes to trial, I want you to defend me. Say he works hard, no goofing off.
What kind of trial is he imagining?
Might think I'm goofing off, but I'm out here doing my job.
Speaking of Detective Kuze, why isn't she here with you?
Oh, good question. I'm gonna answer with another question. Wouldn't you love another senpai quiz?
Ah, here we go.
Zuka's acing around, but what is she doing today? Thinking tick-tock, tick-tock.
Hang on, your quiz is way too vague. At least give me some choices or some kind of clue.
Fine, I'll make it easy and give you two choices. Is my senpai, egg, working separately and we're meeting up later, or off duty today? Time's up. Answer, please.
Oh man, he still didn't give me a clue. She's off duty. Off duty.
Wrong. So wrong. The correct answer, we're working separately and we'll meet up later.
How am I supposed to know that?
It may have been something you missed, boy detective.
What?
Senpai working on the case separately. We're meeting up later, so that's why she's not here. Thanks for playing my senpai quiz.
So is Detective Kuze nearby? What are the two of them investigating? Listen, I don't care. I'm just worried now. Because there's a good chance that freaking Ayumi's gonna be dead now.
Want more quizzes? I'm afraid I'll have to wait. I only have one quiz.
I hate you. Do you know if Inspector Kamada is okay? I saw him today and it seemed like he was in pain.
Oh yeah? Huh. I wonder what's going on.
Huh?
What happened?
Observations?
Ah.
Yeah.
I think I figured something out.
What's that?
Boy Detective, do you kind of have a thing for Detective Kuze?
Huh?
You keep asking me about her, so I thought maybe. Well, am I right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Right about what?
About a bit of a detective work on my part. You do have a wonderful colleague, your wonderful colleague Tachibana, after all.
What the hell do you mean?
Did I embarrass you? You're adorable, boy detective.
Please stop, whatever this is.
Hey, what are you doing out here anyway, boy detective?
I'm out here looking into the case from 18 years ago. I'm not having much luck, though.
Must be tough without any good clues to work with.
I do have a clue. I have this sketch, which reminds me, I should probably show you. You know this man?
Oh, this is...
Minoru Suzuki.
Oh, from Inspector Kamada.
I do have this clue, at least.
You're so cute, boy detective.
Shut up. What if Detective Kuze saw us doing that quiz?
He'll be fine. She shows up, I'll handle her. Or maybe you can get yelled at along with me, boy detective.
Hey, don't get me involved.
I already told you, we're working separately today, and I don't have our quiz ready for yet.
Stop it. It's gonna be a massive pain in the ass to proceed with the investigation using nothing but a sketch. Maybe if the police shared a few more details, they could provide some insight. Of course, Detective Kamihara is with the police, but maybe he'll take pity on a civilian like me, won't he?
So it's best to get as many clues as you can. A sketch.
Go for the puppy dog eyes. Stare.
Boy detective, why are you making that face?
I'm having some trouble.
What's wrong? Oh, I know what it is.
You do?
You have a stomachache?
No, no. That was my best pity me face. I guess it didn't work.
That's good. Glad I was wrong. Still, if you need anything, let me know. I'm always happy to listen.
Help with anything?
Yeah, I mean, why are you so excited?
Well, if you don't mind me asking.
Well, listen to what you have to say first, you know, for now.
I need some help with my investigation. And you're kind of the only person who I can think of that can help me. I'm afraid I have no one to turn to but you, Detective Kamihara.
Really?
Could you maybe slip me some details on the investigation?
Okay, listen. You need to keep this between us, okay? It's very important.
What? He's gonna share?
Just kidding. You know police rules prevent me from saying anything to you.
Yeah, I thought so.
But it felt pretty cool thing you rely on me for help. Doesn't matter if you really did or not.
You're an asshole. Damn, not getting around that rule.
Sorry I couldn't help you.
So where is Detective Kuze?
Sorry, can't tell you.
Huh?
I'll meet later with her. Hey, did Inspector Kamada give you any info?
All I have to work with is the name Minoru Suzuki in the sketch. I guess they searched for him at the time, but they never found him.
Yeah, there are others in the precinct who think this Suzuki guy's gotta be long dead by now. So it gets hard to convince anyone to devote much energy to this case, you know? That's why you're here, boy detective. You can do what others can't, yeah? Yeah.
Yes, I'll do my best.
It's like Inspector Kama said. A lot of folks think Minoru Suzuki is long dead. I don't think so, though.
That guy's a damn good investigator.
Comes off as aloof? Rude.
I bet that's why he talked to you about Minoru Suzuki. Inspector Kamada's got clout, but he can't do just whatever he wants to in the precinct. Please, we have rules to follow. You hear me, boy detective?
Yeah, I do.
Good, because I'm rooting for you.
Thanks.
But I still can't give you information.
Okay, I get it already.
This is totally unrelated, but there's something that's been bothering me.
What is it?
What made you decide you wanted to be a detective when you grew up, boy detective?
I did find my parents. I never knew their faces or even their names.
Oh,
What I found was that they died when I was very young. They were both good people. I'm proud to be their son.
I'm sure they must have been wonderful people. I'm sorry I asked the way I did. I didn't imagine I'd be sticking my foot so far in my mouth.
No, it's fine. No worries.
You're a lot like Detective Kuze.
What?
She became a detective because she figured it would be the best way to find her brother. I think maybe you and her are a lot alike. You know the story about Kuze's brother, don't you? About how he disappeared?
Yes.
Yeah, after you asked me about her brother the other day, I was pretty sure you did.
He pays attention.
But do you know that there was a time when she saw someone she thought might be her brother?
Really?
She said it was when she was in high school, right here in the area.
She saw him. Did she talk to him?
Of course she did, but she says he just acted suspicious of her.
Was it the wrong person?
She seemed pretty sure it was her brother. But she also said he was wearing a mask like he was sick, so we couldn't really see his face.
Is that the guy who attacked Ayumi?
Still, she said she was sure. She said she knew him because they were siblings.
Because they're siblings, huh? But the other guy said he didn't know who Detective Kuze was, right?
And there's your mystery. Detective Kuze said she thinks that her brother might have been suffering from amnesia.
Oh, really?
She thinks her brother might be suffering. Do you think it might be amnesia too, boy detective?
Well, I don't know. Amnesia.
Do you buy it? Sounds like a cartoon or a low-budget TV show.
It seems like it could be possible. I've experienced amnesia too, so I get it.
Ah, interesting. Well, surprise! I agree with you. As long as the possibility isn't absolutely zero, it is possible.
Amnesia. So Detective Kuze's inspiration to become a detective was because she thought she saw her missing brother.
Yep, and she's still looking for him.
Even after all this time.
She keeps it separate from her day job, but she still works the case. She actually lives around here, you know?
I didn't know that.
If I'm being honest, I think she probably mistook someone else for her brother. But she trusts her instincts and continues to research. I see her like that, and I want to help somehow.
Detective Kamihara.
Wish I could do something about it.
Speaking of helping Detective Kuze, Yoshi said...
I can't explain, but I have a gut feeling that you'll be the one to finally reunite Junko and Makoto.
Maybe I will learn something about Makoto while I research the case from 18 years ago. Okay. I'll see what I can find out about Makoto on my end too.
Boy detective. It's a little strange for me to say this, but thank you. On behalf of Detective Kuze.
No worries.
But let's not let her know you're looking into her brother. If she finds out we're dragging on what she sees as her personal space, she might give us a lecture.
Okay.
By the way, you have a cell phone, don't you? Let's exchange contact info.
Oh yeah, sure.
Thanks. If you figure anything out, feel free to call me. And if you don't, still feel free to call me.
Okay. Is there anything else I can ask Detective Kamihara about? Oh yeah, I should ask about the motorcycle. Oh yeah, can you explain that? Hey, I was wondering if you found out anything about the motorcycle.
Motorcycle? What are you talking about?
Huh? An eyewitness placed a motorcycle near the crime scene in the night of Isuke Sasaki's murder. Didn't Detective Kuze tell you about that?
Motorcycle? No, I haven't heard anything about it.
Really? Oh, okay. The sighting occurred an hour after the estimated time of death. Maybe Detective Kuze decided it had nothing to do with the case. But I'd still expect her to at least share the information.
Maybe she made a mistake. Rumor is she's just a human just like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna go back to work. See you later, boy detective.
Okay, yeah. See you later. It's nearly sunset. Maybe I'll call it a day. Ayumi? Are you okay? Itsugi? Help! Ayumi might be dead. Guy who just left me? I think Ayumi is dead. I'm gonna call you again. Office, I think Ayumi might be dead. Damn it, it's me. Hey, me. Help me. I'll look at this later. I really hope they don't kill her. I'm gonna be very depressed. Wait. Are we switching over to her? Is she fine? Or is this earlier? I don't know.
Was I being weird?
Oh, hey.
Well, yes.
Wait. Wait, was it you?
I were a cop, I'd be questioning you about your actions right.
Okay, was it just Fukuyama being strange and that's all it was? Okay. Never mind then. But still though, Fukuyama, what are you doing?
If Megumi's mother found out, she'd have reported you for sure.
What are you doing?
Okay. You're saying you saved my life? I'm so grateful.
You're an idiot is what you are.
I don't think Fukuyama understands just how much trouble he could have been in.
You were probably the most conspicuous looking person imaginable. We would have thought you were the killer and cops would have shot you. Oh, I mean, you would have been seen as an easy suspect for a murder. For serial killing. Well, at least Ayumi's not hurt. I was worried that... okay, we're fine. I feel better now. That being said, you're insane. Had gone to check in on Megumi, but his presence was suspicious. You're an idiot is what you are. Gosh dang it.
It's very hard to figure out what he's thinking.
Why? I'm taking your tea. I'm taking the milk tea. Slurp. I want more. Can't make a call while I'm talking.
Same place we met before.
Fukuyama!
I'm worried about Megumi. She's in so much pain and it's all because of me.
It's all my fault. Damn.
Fukuyama, please stop. Everyone is looking.
I'm sorry, Tachibana. I lost control of myself.
I can tell.
If you're worried about Megumi, why not go visit her normally? You're her homeroom teacher. It wouldn't be odd.
You're right, but you must understand. You understand, right?
Huh?
You don't understand? Tachibana. Megumi's incident was a direct result of my poor skills as a teacher. I don't know what I'd even say to her if I saw her. How would her parents feel about me showing up?
You'd be uncomfortable with that being there.
Yes, I would.
Maybe that's why you should go? You can't know what's going on inside a house if you spend all your time outside.
Tachibana.
Yes?
You're right. Thank you.
Maybe get out of the tracksuit first, though.
Can't stop worrying about how Megami's doing now. Hurts my heart to think about it. I don't know what to do, Tachibana.
Observations?
I'm helpless. A teacher who's unable to do anything for my suffering students.
Senpai,
I swear, Tachibana, I've never treated Megami any differently than any of my other students.
I know.
I should have seen Megami's feelings and helped her through them. I never meant to hurt her. I'm a damn fool.
I couldn't even begin to match that scream. Not without risking everyone, like everyone in the house thinking I'm insane. I would love to try and scream like that, but again, if I did, I'm pretty sure I'd wake up family and they'd all think I'm a psychopath. So I'll just let the voice actor do the scream. In fact, let's hear it again.
Maybe I'm not a good teacher. Just tell me, am I missing something?
You're being an idiot, is what you are.
I don't think so.
Oh, thanks, Tachibana. What can I be doing right now?
His love for a student seems genuine. He's completely depressed. I never seemed so sad before.
Huh? Tachibana, once Isuke's case is solved, do you think Megami will be okay?
Yes, I do.
Is there any way I can help? I'm strong, and my skills with the Naginata can't be that rusty.
Huh?
And, you know, I read a lot of mystery novels.
Listen, I don't need you to get yourself killed trying to face off with a Naginata, okay?
And again, the culprit is never who I expect. Am I not good enough to help?
You have school. Your students need you more than this investigation.
You're right. That's unacceptable. I guess there's nothing I can do.
You provide us with a lot of information so far. You've helped us a lot.
Okay, but it looks like I'm out of ways to help for now. Sorry, Tachibana.
It's all good, man.
I don't care what it takes. I want to help Megami, for Isuke's sake too. What can I possibly do? Megami was at the pumping station. Old, shivering, scared. She believed in the urban legend. She even thought she knew a spell that would help. She's so innocent. Wish I could get her carefree smile to return. I don't think I have any more information. Oh, wait, maybe I do.
Huh?
It's probably not much, but something Megami said at the something Megami said at the police station. See, she talked about urban legends and the paranormal pretty often.
Yeah.
She even been letting me some magazines about the stuff. I haven't returned them yet, but...
Huh?
What about the urban legends?
You enjoy urban legends.
I want you to listen to me very carefully, Tachibana. I'm a realist. I don't believe in ghosts, and I am not interested in those kinds of stories.
Oh,
I do believe in alien life, though. Somewhere in the infinity of the universe, they absolutely exist. What about you, Tachibana? What do you think?
I honestly don't know.
I can believe aliens exist. I mean, technically speaking, isn't it a near impossible chance that humans even exist? If by that same logic humans can exist, then I don't see any reason why it couldn't happen again somewhere. Or else.
Because it's not really what we're here to discuss, is it?
Oh well.
Funny how we call them urban legends nowadays instead of superstitions like we used to. Megami talked about urban legends and the paranormal quite often.
Thinking.
So you have no interest in urban legends of any kind?
Not at all. I'd never even heard of the Smiling Man story if not for Megami. Do you know much about the Smiling Man?
Yes.
Then why don't you tell me about it?
Okay, why not?
Okay, sure. The Smiling Man always appears in front of a crying girl with a paper bag on his head. Then he says, "You don't have to cry anymore." And then he kills her, the child. And the Smiling Man puts a paper bag just like his own over the head and walks away. With that bag in place, the girl will have a smile on her face, forever. She'll never cry again.
Oh. The Smiling Man.
Such a horrific story. And that's who showed up in front of Megami. Someone that dangerous.
That's what she said.
Then that means she was just saved just in time, right?
Maybe. Whoever was there ran away at the sight of someone rushing to the scene, though. Huh. Wasn't he the first one to rush over?
Yeah.
It's definitely creepy. So Smiling Man shows up in front of a crying girl.
That's what the urban legend says.
Of course, Megami was crying when I found her.
Fukuyama seems so unsure of his feelings.
Crying girl. Megami said Isuke was killed by the Smiling Man. But in the urban legend you told me, the Smiling Man only appears in front of girls. And Isuke is a boy. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's...
Me either. There are a lot of conflicting theories about the Smiling Man. I didn't even know the one about the spell. Maybe there's a version where the Smiling Man only shows up in front of boys. It's only an urban legend after all.
Maybe Smiling Man doesn't pick and choose. So the Smiling Man really is just a killer wearing a paper bag with a smiley face paint on it.
Yes.
A smile and a paper bag, huh? Wait a sec. A smile and a paper bag.
You know something?
Wait, Tachibana, I think I remember something that might be very important.
Really?
Yeah, give me a second to think about it.
You got it.
Yes, I remember Tachibana.
Oh?
What do you remember?
When I was at the police station, I saw the paper bag that the detective showed Megami. The bag in your story about the Smiling Man just now reminded me of something. I heard a story a long time ago about a paper bag with a smiley face on it.
Really?
What is it?
When my dad was in college, there was a memorial service at my grandma's house. While he was there, he heard a story over drinks about a paper bag with a smiley face painted on it.
Oh?
The story was about an incident. Maybe it was an accident. That's part of the local folklore. The thing is, I don't think the story was about a killer wearing a paper bag.
Huh?
I remember my dad describing it as a sad story. However, he was talking about a half-remembered thing from decades earlier, and then he heard when he was drunk. I'm sorry it wasn't any the information you were hoping for, Ayumi.
Not at all.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
A sad story with a paper bag?
If that's the original story behind the Smiling Man, it must be a very old urban legend. The timing is such that the story would have to have been around 30 years old at least.
Okay.
So maybe the case from 18 years ago isn't the source of the Smiling Man legend.
There's a sad story out there with a paper bag with a smile on it, so maybe the Smiling Man is just a local folktale with a long history.
It's possible.
If this story is the origin of the Smiling Man, I should find out what part of the country it's from.
Do you happen to know?
Where does your family live?
Irumu Village, in the Sanin region. I've never been, it's too far away.
Really?
I should let Mr. Utsugi know about this. Fukuyama, I think you might have just really helped us with this.
Really? You think I might have helped towards solving Asuki's case?
Yes.
It's wonderful news.
Alright. Thank you. I'm going back to the office to let the artist know what you just told me.
Let's go.
I'm going to pick up the check for this. Hey! Listen, seriously, about the check.
Now, you were once my underclassman, and I am?
My senpai.
That's right, and that's that.
Well, thank you, senpai.
Don't you think me, Tachibana? It's the way the world should be. Shall we go to the station?
I need to take off now.
Okay, take care of yourself. I'm sorry about today.
Hey, don't worry. He gave me a very promising lead.
Well then, I'm glad I could be of service to you, Tachibana. Next time we're together, order us a tiramisu set.
Yes.
Or maybe the mille-feuille. I always have had such a hard time deciding. Although the tiramisu always seems to win, even if only by the narrowest of margins. Maybe we'll do both if you want.
That'd be great.
Oh, by the way, do you have any plans for tomorrow?
Nothing yet, but
There's a student in my class who'd be interested in talking to you. I imagine you've heard his name by now. Go ahead. He was close to Isuke and he wants to help us solve the case.
That's actually really useful.
oh, I've been hoping to hear more about Kohei.
What do you think? I can set up a time for the two of you to meet.
Hey, it's me!
I'd love to.
Understood. Can you come to school at lunchtime?
I can. Yes. Thank you.
Good. See you tomorrow then.
Oh god, the main character is gonna think something completely different.
See you then. I wonder why he's in such a hurry. Where's he running off to?
Ayumi?
Huh? Oh, what are you doing here?
I was trying to get some information. But hey, wasn't that...
Fukuyama, yeah. We bumped into one another and talked for a while.
He seems like, you know, a cool guy.
You think so, huh? Anyway, I got some really interesting info from him.
What is it?
Well, it's a secret.
Oh, please don't do that to me.
Come on, let's go back to the office.
Wait a minute! Don't keep me in suspense? That's the word. Suspense, damn it.
I make it to Megami's house because I ran into Fukuyama and took the time to question him.
Oh, okay.
He's always been so serious, always giving everything his best. Even today.
Oh.
I know I shouldn't laugh, but it's just so funny. He hasn't changed since we were kids. He's always been a good guy, but...
I see. You said he gave you some good info.
Yeah. It sounds like maybe the Smiling Man story originated in the Sanin region.
What?
Fukuyama's father heard a story when he was still a student. It's about a paper bag with a smiley face drawn on it.
That means that the story is a lot more than 18 years old.
Yep. It's not the same as the Smiling Man story, but sure is similar. Mr. Utsugi's looking into the Smiling Man story, so I'm going to let him know about this.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'll do it right now.
Doo-doo-doo.
Mr. Utsugi, I have something urgent to tell you. There's an old story about Iruma Village in the Sanin region that involves a paper bag with a smiley face. We still need to find out if it's connected to the Smiling Man, but... What? Okay. Yes. Yes. Really?
Huh?
That's amazing, Mr. Utsugi. Yes, I understand. Okay, bye. Mr. Utsugi's already in the Sanin region.
Wow, he's really on top of things, huh?
He didn't know which village he was looking for, so he was happy for the call. I'm sure Fukuyama will be happy to hear that his lead has proved fruitful. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just surprising to find an old story that connects to this modern urban legend. I don't know how it all fits together, but I'm positive we're one step closer to solving the mystery.
Well, let's work with Mr. Utsugi. Let's let Mr. Utsugi work on the investigation. And we can focus on reviewing our notes from today.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Alright. For reviewing, I have to ask Ayumi something. Oh god.
Are you asking me about Fukuyama? I thought we were going to review our notes.
Oh, I don't know. I just felt like it. He's providing important information, but I don't really know what kind of guy he is.
Well, Fukuyama's quirky, but he's really nice. He's very student-oriented, but too much. But he's a straight shooter. I think you'd like him. You should talk to him if you ever get the chance.
I'd like him too. She likes him, but is it just like as an acquaintance or something more?
Well then, it's time to start reviewing.
Yeah, let's do that. Main character, stop it. You're being bad. Let's review. So, 18 years ago, a man disappeared just as the serial girl murders began. His name was Minoru Suzuki. He was often seen with Ayaka Hashizume, the first victim. Minoru Suzuki's current age would be... It was 43, I'm pretty sure. 43 years old.
Yes, 18 years ago, he would have been 25.
I asked around the Kofuku station area about Suzuki, but I didn't learn anything.
Well, he went missing 18 years ago, so that's understandable.
While I was out there, I met and spoke with Detective Kamihara. I'm a little concerned about something. I'm gonna look this one up because I don't actually remember. It's apparently a motorcycle parked near the scene of the crime. It's about the motorcycle.
The motorcycle near the crime scene on the night of Aisuke's murder.
I told Detective Kuze about it because I thought it'd be helpful, but Detective Kamihara hadn't heard about it.
So, information that could be relevant isn't getting shared. Do you think it was just slipped her mind?
That's what Detective Kamihara thinks, yeah. Or maybe he just wasn't paying attention when she told him, or he forgot she told him.
That sounds kind of unlikely.
Yeah, you're right. I'll ask Detective Kuze about it when I get a chance.
Anything else?
When Detective Kuze was still in high school, she saw someone who looked familiar around Kofuku Station. That person seemed to be... It was Makoto, right? Yeah, it would have had to be Makoto. Makoto Kuze, the detective's brother.
If it was him, then he was still alive after his disappearance.
Whoever he was wearing a mask, and he didn't seem to recognize her. I think it's natural to assume it's the wrong guy. Detective Kuze apparently believes it was Makoto. She lives in Kofuku Station and looks for Makoto in her spare time.
Oh, I see.
Let's keep looking for more information around Kofuku City. I'm thinking I should start asking about Makoto too.
I agree. How are you going to go about it?
I was thinking, I wonder if we can get a picture of Makoto. If someone were to have one, it would be either Junko or the grandmother, right? Who would be better though? I feel like it'd be better to say the grandmother. I'd say Yoshi would have it. Surely. Yoshi, Detective Kuze, and Makoto's grandmother.
Yes, good idea. Anyway, I'm glad to see you're doing so well. You're a reliable senpai.
Your support makes it possible. Thank you for everything.
Really? Good. Together we can crack this case. Hey, I know it's not related to the case, but there's something that's kind of bugging me. What's wrong? It seems like Inspector Kamada isn't feeling well. He seemed to be in pain the whole time I was talking to him today. Oh, that's worrisome. He downplayed it, but I'll ask him about it the next time I see him. Now I'm curious too. What are you gonna do tomorrow, Ayumi? I'm going to Minami Dyson Junior High School. Kohei wants to talk to me. Kohei? Kohei Takiguchi. Fukuyama says Kohei wants to help with the Aisuke's case. Oh, okay. It's good timing. I was going to need to talk to Kohei at some point. Is it okay if I go instead? You go to school. I don't think it'll be a problem, but why? It's just, I just thought it'd be easier for Kohei to talk to a guy. You do? Okay, I'll let Fukuyama know it'll be you showing up. Thanks. You seem interested in him, so it's good that you'll finally get to meet Fukuyama properly. I'm looking forward to it. Good chance to see what he's like up close. Main character, stop it. Slap you silly. Chapter 8, Brother and Sister. Hey! Minami Dyson Junior High School. It was dark the other night, so I couldn't see how big the school actually is. Is that... Hi!
Hello, you must be from the Mitsugi Detective Agency.
I am. Nice to meet you. My name's Kane7.
Hi, I'm Mr. Fukuyama, but I believe we've met once before, didn't we?
Why is he standing so close to me?
Oh, you mean at the police station? Sorry, I was there, but I didn't get a chance to introduce myself.
No worries. I mean, I didn't either.
What's up? I'm kinda nervous, maybe because he's standing unbelievably close to me.
Ayumi, I'm scared.
You're making a call. Don't worry, I won't eavesdrop on confidential info. I'll just aim back and not listen. By all means, feel free to make your call.
Ayumi, I'm scared.
Hey, Ayumi, just want to let you know that I met with Mr. Fukuyama. Oh, great. Is he there with you now?
No, he's not here right now.
Okay, well, when you meet with Kohei, be sure to listen extremely carefully.
Leave it to me. Get over here. Thank you for taking the time to see me. I know you must have a busy schedule as a teacher.
No, it's my job to help the kids in any way I can. And that means helping you. Why don't we go inside and talk? It'll be better than standing around here.
Okie dokie.
Please, come this way. I'm sorry you had to see that embarrassing scene the other day.
It's okay. Teachers have a law on their plates.
Well, it's true, but I normally thrive when I'm busy.
Oh, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, it can be tough to work with kids at this age. They're immature, unstable. But when I think of the future I'm helping them build, it brings me great joy.
Huh.
Teaching is definitely my calling. My students have helped me realize that.
Seems like you'd be a cool teacher. Well, thank you again for taking the time today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So, how's Megumi been?
Well, she still hasn't been back to school. I went to visit her the other day, but I didn't think she was ready. And just as I was about turning around to leave, I ran into Tachibana. Did she tell you about this, by the way?
She mentioned that she ran into, yeah.
Did she say anything else?
It's just that you were a dedicated teacher who's really focused on his students.
Yeah, let's see. Good old Tachibana. She's too nice.
But
I called Megumi's house today and spoke to her parents. They say that she's slowly improving. I hope I haven't burned you with worry.
no, not at all. Seems genuinely concerned about students. I bet he's a really good teacher. So why is Ayumi always giggling about him?
Oh no, I consider myself really lucky. I mean, how many people find their one true calling? Funny, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, I think it's great.
Yep, just what I expected a detective to say.
Huh?
I feel like I was born to be a teacher. Perhaps it's foolish, but it's what I believe.
Do you know this person?
Say, is that a drawing of someone?
This is a drawing of someone named Minoru Suzuki. Do you recognize him?
No, I've never seen his face before.
I see. When can I speak to Kohei? Is she still in class?
Yeah, but fourth period is about to end and Kohei should be here shortly after that.
Kohei Takiguchi. What will you know? Seems like Kohei was one of Aisuke's closest friends. Still, I did hear a rumor about the two of them had a falling out over Megumi. I wonder what kind of student he is. What's Kohei like? I hear that Kohei was a close friend of Aisuke's. Is he also a good student?
Yeah, Kohei's a very reserved and serious student. He's also close friends with Megumi. When I think about how Kohei offered to help Aisuke with his grades, I just can't. Please, Seven, you gotta solve this case for Aisuke.
Of course, I'm doing my best.
No, Seven.
Hmm?
While we're waiting for Kohei, I need to ask you something.
Yeah, what is it?
I'm told that you'll be meeting with Tachibana at some point today. Does she need to check in with you somehow? Are you her boss? Is she reliable?
No, I mean, Tachibana is very talented. I'm not her boss, we're just coworkers.
Oh, I see. That's good to hear. A relief.
Huh? What do you mean?
I can't but wonder. How's Amy doing as a detective? And are you guys making sure she's compensated fairly? I mean, she seems like she's doing a great job, but I'm just curious. Please don't tell her I asked. She'll scold me for meddling again.
She does sure keep a close eye on Naomi.
Tachibana's one of my favorite school memories. As I worry too much sometimes. It's a relief to hear that you can count on her. By the way, how old are you, Seven?
19 years old. Same as Tachibana.
Oh, I thought you were a bit younger than that. When I saw you at the police station, I figured Tachibana was older than you. I was surprised to hear that you actually started your agency before Tachibana.
Oh, well, I mean... Is he suggesting that I'm childish? I mean, it's all too obvious that he's older than me, but come on.
So you have seniority at the agency.
The way he says Tachibana all the time is starting to get on my nerves. Stop. So, teacher and as her former senpai, what was Tachibana like?
Good question. I'm proud I've known her. Should have seen her with a naginata in her hands. She's shine.
Let's see.
Needless to say, she was beautiful, like a classic work of art. If I could revisit those days, but I know it's impossible.
Huh. So it's interesting to hear about these details. Hear these details about Ayumi when she was young.
I generally feel pity for anyone who didn't grow up alongside young Tachibana. Of course, that's stupid, I know.
No, you're not a club.
I'm actually 4 years older than Tachibana, so technically I wasn't in the club with her. So I was in high school, but I went back to the middle school just to see Tachibana.
What?
I'm kidding. My school didn't have a naginata clubs, and I wanted to stay in touch with the sport.
Oh, I see. You really caught me off guard with that. Hope I didn't yelp too loudly.
Feeling a 7 into a sacred dojo, your muscles tense and your focus tightens. Never forget it. Do you do any martial arts, by the way?
Yeah, a little karate.
I knew it. So you know the feeling. How it resonates with those of us dedicated to the martial arts.
I won't say I'm very dedicated, but...
Karate, he said. I'd love to spar with you sometime.
No way that's happening.
When I went back to check him out with the club after I graduated, I was shocked.
Oh?
There was suddenly so many boys enrolled, even though Naginata Club is usually mostly girls. You know why, don't you?
Because Tachibana. Because Tachibana joined.
Oh, I should have known a skilled detective like you would have no problem with that. Impressive.
It's not because I'm a detective, it's because I know Tachibana.
Yeah, when Tachibana joined the club, suddenly a whole bunch of guys signed up. It's funny, when I used to watch Tachibana practicing her stances, it was like the whole world darkened and all I could see was her. Is that normal? Yeah, inevitably, some buffoon will walk past and break my line of vision.
What in the world is he going on about?
Would you say your relationship with Tachibana is strictly as a coworker, Seven?
Well, yeah. I mean, we are coworkers, and
I see. Yeah, what a waste. Surely you're not immune to her radiant charms, huh?
what's with this guy? So is Koei on his way, or
I think fourth period just ended, so let's give him a moment.
hey? So I was talking to Ayumi. She said that the two of you first ran each other again in front of the school.
Yeah, that's right. I haven't seen Tachibana since her time in our middle school Naginata club. Didn't know her in high school, unfortunately. I can only imagine how she must have blossomed. Those high school days are gone forever. Frankly, it breaks my heart.
I see. Well, I knew Ayumi was when she was in high school, and I even have a picture of her from then. I obtained it purely for investigative purposes. She pretended to protest a bit, like, oh no, give it back, it looks so silly, it's embarrassing.
Well, at least I have my memories of Tachibana from middle school. Time moves on. We must accept that. I'm sure it wouldn't be the same as actually growing up with Tachibana, but feel free to ask me any questions about her from back then. Oh, I got some stories.
Yeah. This Fukuyama may know a lot more about Ayumi from way back before I met her. But I know a lot about her from her high school days that he'll never know.
I won't lose. I feel like I got the best of him.
Stop it! No! You idiot! You idiot, stop it! Fine. You force my superior friendship. I met Tachibana when she was a freshman in high school. There was a police case. Spare the details, but it's what led her to this line of work.
I see.
She made quite an impression in her sailor suit.
Sailor suit.
Remember when you said you pitied anyone who didn't know Tachibana growing up? Yeah, I know. Anyway, your words. Yeah?
You haven't had any foes to Tachibana from that time?
Yeah, I have one, but
Oh.
I have them for investigative purposes. It's not like I carry it around with me, but besides, I see her every day. Damn. This is mean. This feels weirdly like a victory. But just cut it out, you two! Oh.
Oh, here. Come on in.
Hey. Hi. This must be Koei, right? He's wearing a gym clothes, so it makes sense that his fourth period was PE. He came straight here without changing. Guess he didn't want to keep me waiting.
Let me introduce Koei Takiguchi. This is Evan.
You can just call me Koei. Nice to meet you. I'm Seven from the Yutsugi Detective Agency. I was hoping to ask you some questions about Isuke. Thanks for taking the time during your lunch break.
Sure.
I know it's difficult, but anything that you can share could help us solve the case for Isuke. That said, I might ask some tough questions. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's okay.
I swear to God. The main character, I'm starting to think it's not just the main character that's stupid, it's also freaking Fukuyama. They're both just idiots. Let's see what Koei has to say. You and Isuke were good friends, weren't you?
Yeah, we go way back. We've been friends since elementary school, even though we're like total opposites. I guess some people couldn't figure out why we'd be friends. I mean, sometimes I've wondered it myself, but we always got along so well.
I see.
Anyway, I think I probably knew Isuke better than anyone.
I really appreciate that you're helping us out like this. Thank you, Koei.
Yeah, sure. You're good friends to Isuke for doing this, Koei.
Do you know if Isuke had any other problems? Maybe someone holding a grudge against him?
There's no way. I mean, he was way too nice for that. He got along with everyone.
I see. That's exactly what all of his teachers said.
Seriously, no one disliked him. I'm telling you, everyone liked Isuke.
Is there anything else about Ike's behavior that caught your attention recently?
Let's see. I mean, his grades were down, and that school that he wanted to get into is really tough. But he seemed totally unconcerned, like he didn't mind at all.
More about his grades, huh?
But knowing Isuke, I can't imagine he didn't really care about his grades, you know? Unlike me, he was already thinking about his future while he was in middle school. He must have been in shock, right?
That's what you would normally think.
I guess one thing about Isuke is that he always played cool. He never showed vulnerability. Even with his grades, he acted like he was no big deal, so if he had been some kind of trouble, he would have made sure that no one else knew about it. I mean, he whined to me about random things every so often, but other than that, it was business as usual. I guess I'm not sure how he felt deep down, even though he was my best friend.
Was Isuke concerned about his grades slipping or not?
Yeah, I didn't know him that well after all.
Should definitely ask about Megumi. Can I ask you about Megumi Morimoto?
Yeah, I guess. We've been friends for a long time too, since grade school, and she's in the same class as me now.
Sounds like all three of you were pretty close.
Yeah, but I'd say Isuke and Megumi were especially close. Although they did kind of fight kind of a lot, probably because they both just said whatever. You know, like brother and sister almost. But they'd always make up and be back to normal. Megumi hasn't been into school in a while, even the day when we heard about Isuke. So, you know how I said Isuke got along with everyone? Well, Megumi was kind of special. I think he had a crush on Megumi, but I don't know how she felt about him. I think Isuke liked Megumi.
What do you think of Megumi?
What do I think?
Maybe I should phrase that differently.
I mean, she's cheerful and bright.
Anything else?
Anything else? I guess she likes creepy books, you know? Like occult stuff. I'm not really into it. Kinda wish she'd stop trying to scare me with creepy stories all the time.
That seems a bit different from the gossip I've heard.
We're just into different things, you know?
Maybe if we just chat a bit, he'll loosen up and start spilling some of that gossip. Though gossip of that kind, I don't know. Let's back off on that kind of questioning. I'm going to guess that the rumors are just that, rumors. Let's not do this.
You know, now that I think about it, Isuke did say he thought Megumi had been a little cold lately. He wondered if she liked someone. Sir, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Yeah, please, keep going.
Well, Lorenzo, thank you for the follow. Hope you enjoy streams.
Okay. Anyway, it seemed like he was actually serious. Thinking back, it was out of character for him.
Fukuyama.
So, was that everything you wanted to say, Koi?
Yes.
I see. Very well. I suppose you can head back to the classroom now.
Fortunately, he didn't really give me any new information. But it was brave of him to come forward and talk to me on behalf of his friend.
Koi, I'm proud of you for having the courage to talk to the detective about all this. Now then, you best head off and eat lunch, because otherwise, I'm gonna eat myself. Sorry, couldn't resist. Good job, Koi. Go on then, get dressed properly. That's you, Seven. There's one other thing I want to discuss if you have the time.
Okay.
Hey, did Isuke...
Huh?
Did he really get killed? Like, it wasn't a suicide or anything.
I feel like he deserves to know the truth. Why would you think that?
Listen, the last thing Isuke wanted was for anyone and to pity him. Not just classmates and friends, but also his family. So if people had found out that his grades had been slipping or something, I don't think Isuke could bear it. You know how we talked about Isuke's grades slipping and how he might not get into that school? Well, Isuke actually told me himself that his teacher said he wouldn't get in if things didn't change. And he said, I'm only telling you about this. Don't say anything to anyone else. He was really down, man. He was like, at least maybe I'll still be at the same school as you and Megumi. And he kind of left. So I don't know what he was really feeling, but to me, he seemed pretty depressed. When he was at a real low, I was worried that he'd gotten into a big fight with Megumi. And now she's been out for so long. I called her to see what was up, but she didn't answer. I don't know anything about the case, but I thought maybe this detective could finally tell me about it. Anyway, I hope I didn't say anything that Isuke wouldn't have wanted you to know. But
Thank you, Guy. What you've told us is really valuable. Maybe Isuke's feelings were stronger than anyone knew. Is that why Koei asked about his suicide? As a close friend, maybe he knows something others didn't. But still. So, there's still a lot we don't know about Isuke's case. But I know for one thing for sure. We will solve the case. I just ask for your patience.
I understand. Thank you. Go ahead. You can go back to your classroom now. It's really admirable of you to help us out. Thank you. Bye.
Alright. So it's time for me to go as well.
Very well. I'll see you out.
Thank you for your time today, Mr. Fukuyama.
Of course. I hope I've been of some help.
Yes, indeed. I'm impressed with Koei. He's a great student.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm proud of him. It's just that he's not the only one. All my students are great.
I'm sure they are. Oh, before I go, was there something else you wanted to discuss?
Oh no, it's not a big deal. Forget about it.
Are you sure? Okay then.
I'll contact Tachibana if I think of anything else.
Okay, sounds good.
Likewise, if you think of anything else, please let me know. And say hi to Tachibana for me.
Ah, yeah, I'll pass that along. It makes sense that Kohei suspected suicide. He had no idea what the crime scene was like. Given the circumstances, there's almost no way it could be suicide. But let's say Isuke was murdered and the killer knew about his recent troubles. Wouldn't it have made sense to make it seem like a suicide? What is the significance of that smiling paper bag? Yeah. What the?
Hey, I see you.
You're not Sly!
Those two girls are over there talking. I feel like they're looking at me. Alright. I'll call out to you then.
Hey, that guy, he was here with the detective the other day. Hey! Hold on. Oh, hey!
Hello. I recognize you two. You're the ones who gave me some information before. Thank you.
No problem. Anyway, I was glad to hear that Megumi is alright. Yeah, that's great news. I hear that Basachi is okay too. Oh, since you're here, can I ask you a few questions?
Sure.
Are you like the art detective's younger brother or something?
Huh?
Are you her boyfriend?
What? I mean, no, I'm her business associate.
Does that mean you're a detective too? Cool.
Oh, thank you.
Phew, feels like closure. Thank you. Good luck. Oh, did we just interrogate this detective? It's supposed to be the other way around.
Have fun? Oh, that was something. Younger brother, do I look younger than Ayumi? Do I really look that young? I can't believe they asked if I'm her boyfriend. Sheesh, middle schoolers. What was I like in middle school? Oh, right, I was a runaway. That's right. I wonder what it was that Mr. Fukuyama wanted to talk about at the end there. And then suddenly wanted to drop it. It makes me extra curious. Plus, overall, I feel like his mood changed right as I was leaving. I think I'm done here at the school. I should head to relax to the relaxed Yukuriko Village retirement home now. I have to ask Yoshi if I can borrow a photo of Makoto. Can I? Already gone. Another one to show it to. 3-story school. Can't call him. I guess we're just not gonna talk to him. Oh well. Well, let's go ahead and head on over then to the relaxation area. Relax Yukuriko Village. I'm not gonna make the same mistake as last time. I booked an appointment to see Yoshi. Alright, here we go. Oh, the phone's ringing. Hello, Seven speaking.
Yo, Daiser, did you call me, boy detective?
I did not. What are you talking about? Ah, yeah. Oh, wait, never mind, I did.
Sorry I couldn't answer. Hope I'm not calling back too late.
No, it's alright. Sorry for bothering you at work.
Work? I've been playing Pachinko. Just won a jackpot, actually.
Why are you gambling?
Pachinko? No, I mean, it's part of my job. I'm pretending to be a regular customer.
Yeah, sure you are.
It's true. Just don't tell Kuze about it, okay? I'll pay you back with a drink sometime.
I can't drink, nor am I interested. Right, okay.
So, what can I do for you?
Oh, well, I just want to try out the contact info you gave me. Seems like it worked.
Oh, boy detective, you're too much. I bet you're a big head with the ladies, aren't you? Anyway, I gotta get going. Talk to you later, boy detective.
Nice, it's always exactly the same, even on phone. Let's get back to work. Hello!
Welcome. I've been waiting for you since I heard you were coming to visit.
Hello! Ah, well, first, I wanted to thank you for speaking with me the other day. And now I'm back.
You can come visit anytime. Come on now, let's talk over there.
Okay. Sounds good. Hello.
What can I do for you today?
Well, let's think first. I hope she'll let me borrow a picture of Makoto. Okay. Actually, I was wondering if I could borrow something from you.
Oh, what would that be?
A picture of Makoto.
You want to borrow a picture of Makoto? Why?
Well, I mentioned the other day that his disappearance may be connected to a case I'm investigating now.
Oh, yes, that's right.
I should have thought about it before, but when I was here, but as I continued investigating, I realized that I should try to get some more information about him. But all I had to go on was his name. With a photo, I can do a lot more. Maybe I'll be able to pick up on a new clue to help find him. Is that okay?
But you're
Yes?
already working on a case. Are you sure you can take this on as well?
Last time I was here, you said you thought I might be able to reunite Makoto and Junko. And well, I'd really like to do that.
Thank you so much. On their behalf.
About Makoto.
I just have to say thank you again for keeping the search for Makoto alive. I'm sure Junko would be pleased. Now, as for the picture...
Yeah, I know it's short notice, so if you don't have a picture ready, it's okay. I'm really sorry about the short notice.
No, it's okay, but... A photo... Do I have one? I have to tell you something. The nurse told Junko about your visit here the other day.
Oh, so the caregiver spilled the beans. I guess that's reasonable. I'd do the same thing if I were a caregiver.
She was surprised and asked me if you had asked anything weird about our family. But after I told her how much fun I had chatting with you, she seemed to relax a bit. She smiled and said she was glad I had a nice conversation with you.
I don't think I've seen Detective Kuze smile. Not easy to imagine. Well, at least it didn't end with us getting destroyed.
I guess that's just a detective in her, looking out for me and making sure I'm okay. Anyway, I hope you don't mind.
No, it's fine. I hear that Detective Kuze is very thorough and a fine investigator.
Oh, is that so? That's nice to hear.
Any observations?
Come to think of it, back when Junko was in high school, she came rushing home one day saying she'd seen Makoto.
I think that's the same story Kamihara told me.
Now, I don't know if it was really him, but Junko was insistent that it was Makoto. Junko was absolutely convinced that she'd seen Makoto. It's easy to see a resemblance when you're hoping to see a particular person so desperately.
Junko became a detective because of what happened with Makoto, right?
How did you know that? I'm surprised that she'd share that with someone outside the family. She's placing a lot of trust in you, Detective.
Oh, sorry. I didn't hear from Junko directly. A coworker of hers told me that.
Oh, well, that's a different story. I can't imagine her telling anyone. That's why I was so surprised. I wonder who the blabbermouth is. I'll ask Junko about it next time.
Uh-oh. I have a feeling Kamihara will take some heat for that. Kamihara's just gonna come to me next time with a black eye and just like, what did you tell her? What did you tell her?
Speaking of Junko, she's been cleaning up because our old house will be demolished soon. I can't tell you how many trips she's made to salvage our old stuff and prepare the place. When she stopped by here the other day, she brought all kinds of stuff. It just occurred to me that you've come at an exceptionally good time, Detective.
What do you mean? If stuff's being brought over, there's a good chance a photo could have been brought too. What makes it a good time?
Well, excuse me, nurse. How can I help you, Yoshi? Can you do me a favor and bring me the photo album from my room? The one Junko brought the other day.
Oh, yes, of course. The one she brought in. I'll get it for you right away.
I have a nice picture of Makoto from when he was young, of course.
Yeah, that's great. A photo of him from back then will be perfectly fine.
I'm glad to hear it. We'll just have to wait a moment for the nurse to bring it here.
Yes, of course.
Somehow, we left this album back at the old house, but Junko brought it here for me.
It was left behind.
Yes, well, please understand that after Makoto disappeared, I guess we sort of gave up on family photos and forgot about the album.
Is that so? I guess it was too painful to create more memories.
After we spoke the other day, a lot of my memories of Makoto came flooding back. And then Junko showed up with this photo album. I guess I was a little bit afraid to even open it. To be honest, I didn't even want to look at it. But then, my eggplant-carrying detective friend came back to borrow a picture of Makoto.
Really did show up at the perfect time. I guess this works out.
I can't believe I didn't want to recall such precious memories. I suppose it's easy to avoid hard things, for a while, but someday you'll have to face up to them. I tried to tell myself that at first, but then I got cold feet. I was just so sad about what happened to Makoto.
I can't blame you.
Do you ever look back through your old family photo albums?
No, I don't remember doing that. I'm not sure if I even have photo albums.
Oh my.
Do I have photos? I might have one tucked away somewhere. I'll be sure to look for it soon.
Good for you.
Did I have left at the office?
Yoshi, I found the album you wanted. It's this one, right?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
If you need anything else, just call. I'll be over there.
Oh, look at young Junko and Makoto. I remember this like it was yesterday. And you know, these photos are from just around the time Makoto...
Hmm. Hey, Yoshi.
Oh, yes, I remember this.
I don't think she's listening to me. She looks so happy while she's browsing the photo album. I'd love to see her and Makoto and Junko all reunited. I hope I can play a part in making that happen. Is something wrong?
Oh, no. This picture of Makoto showing off his bandages just brought back a memory. He was the kind of boy who always laughed things off, even if he was hurt or being teased, or... He was just so honest and a little too good to be true. I'll tell you a story. One day, Junko was crying because a naughty boy in the village had been mean to her. When Makoto found out, he chased down the boy and shouted, "Don't make Junko cry." The boy apologized and ran off. Makoto turned to run back home, but immediately tripped and fell face first into some rice paddies. Oh, he was covered in mud and all scratched up. We took a picture of him with all the bandages on.
Wait. What?
Here, take a look.
That sounds like... Thanks, let's see. Wait, that sounded like... No. Let's look. Hmm. Look at this one of them eating watermelon.
Oh, yes, look at Makoto there.
Oh, he's all scratched up and bruised.
Right. That's what I was telling you about.
He's in tough shape, but he's smiling and looks happy. Oh, piggyback ride.
That's little Junko. Isn't she adorable? That cute little face.
Is this photo from a field day or something? It looks kind of like some kind of relay race.
Yes, Makoto was fast, but he wasn't good at passing people.
I see. I guess that's somewhat revealing of his personality. This one looks like it was taken on his first day of middle school, is that right?
Yes, it was. Doesn't he look cute in school uniform?
Yeah, he does.
The picture of Makoto giving Junko a piggyback ride is my favorite. But the one below that, where he's all scratched up, that one's good too.
Feels like a great brother you could count on. Must have been a really sweet kid. These are definitely both good pictures.
Right?
I noticed Junko is wearing the same hair clip in both of them. The flower. Did she like this one?
Junko got that hair clip from her mother.
Ah,
It was the last gift she ever received from her mother. Junko treasured it and wore it all the time.
I see. I imagine she still treasures it.
Well, I'm sad to say that she lost it.
Oh.
On Junko's 9th birthday, the day Makoto disappeared. That was also when she lost her precious hair clip.
Oh.
Yes, she came home crying that night, and she didn't have the hair clip. We never did find it. So poor Junko lost both her beloved brother and a precious memento from her mother at once.
I feel terrible for Junko. So much tragedy in her life. I mean, yeah, she lost her parents, her brother, and even the hair clip that was their last memento of their parents.
Yes, but she's always had a positive outlook. She never wanted to cause trouble for anyone, even when she was suffering deeply. My husband and I tried our best to carry on normally for her sake.
Yeah. It seems like they provide a supportive family.
Junko was always putting on a brave face for us. She still does it to this day, I think.
Makes sense. So, a tragic misunderstanding caused Junko to quarrel with her beloved brother. And the same day, she lost her precious hair clip given to her by her deceased mother. Yet she bravely soldiered on, for her brother's sake and for the sake of her family. I'm more determined than ever to find Makoto. For Yoshi and for Junko. Must find Makoto.
She always wore it. Have you decided what picture of Makoto to borrow?
Oh, not yet, sorry. Which one should I take?
I think these are the best to pick from.
Well, I don't know. Which one... Is it gonna matter? I don't know. Let's look. It looks good in this one.
No, he's all scratched and bruised.
How about this one?
It's a little goofy.
Well, in that case... Oh, this one.
Yes, I'd say this is the photo where Makoto looked the most like himself. You should take this one with you.
If you say so. Thank you very much. I'll just borrow it for a little while. Alright, got some that might help.
Of course. Thank you for keeping the search for Makoto going. Take care, Eggplant Detective.
Why is my name Eggplant Detective? I'll do my best. I feel like that'd be evil if I just showed her. Seems like such a kind person. This is gonna be a...
I'm sure I'll see him again.
Of course. Have you seen this man?
Someone else you're looking for?
Yes, his name is Minoru Suzuki. Do you know him?
No, I'm afraid not. Sorry. I love that picture of Makoto so much. He has such a big silly grin.
Yeah, it's a wonderful picture. And look at the cherry blossoms in full bloom.
Oh, yes. Junko brought this album here for me. I asked her if she'd rather keep it with her. After all, it's mostly filled with memories of her and Makoto. But she just said she'd come visit here if she ever wanted to look at it. You found just the right picture. I'm so glad.
Does Junko come to visit often?
Oh yes, she loves to stop by when she has the time. But she is busy at work. I hope she gets enough rest. I was actually here this morning, you know. She was actually here this morning, you know.
Phew, a near miss.
She says it's easy to visit because it's only a short motorcycle ride for her.
Motorcycle, you say? She comes by motorcycle. What? What do you mean by motorcycle?
Oh, Junko rides a big fancy motorcycle. I was shocked the first time I saw it. I couldn't believe she rides it.
Did she ride her motorcycle here today?
Yes, every time she comes to visit, it's by motorcycle. Of course, I always worried about her riding it.
That's curious. Why? So Detective Kuze rides a motorcycle. Is that surprising? Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, now that I have the picture of Makoto, I should probably leave. Well, I'm gonna get going. Thank you again for all your help. It's really valuable. And thank you for lending a picture of Makoto.
You're welcome, and thank you for helping me try to find Makoto. I'm sure Junko will be happy to hear about your efforts. I'll tell her to say thank you, but...
No, don't do it. You don't have to tell Junko.
I know, that's okay. I'll keep quiet.
Thank you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Come back anytime.
I feel like she'd probably break my fan if she figured out my hand touched her family photos. So Kuze rides a motorcycle. Not that that's uncommon nowadays. Oh, I gotta remember to put away that picture of Makoto. The picture's precious to Yoshi and important to my case. I mustn't bend it. Might be a good idea to tuck it into my notebook right away. Let's see, I should have an open page around here somewhere. Let's put with the sketch of Minoru Suzuki. I'm glad I got the photo, but I'm still not sure. But I'm not sure how much of a picture from Ko's childhood will inform of the case. Perhaps it's a good time to check with. I don't know. I would assume it's either asking me to check with hang on a sec. Just trying to think here and totally not look it up. Apparently neither of the options I would have selected would have been correct, apparently. Apparently the correct option to check with is Kimiharu Kamada. Perhaps it's a good time to check with Inspector Kamada. I would have selected either Ayumi or Utsugi, honestly, but let's get to the police station right away. I'd also like to see how Kamada's doing. But yeah, I would have absolutely gotten that wrong. Hello. Police station.
Welcome back. So, how's your side investigation going?
Well, it's really just getting started. He seems like he's back to his usual self today. Are you no longer in agony? Why were you in agony in the first place?
Oh,
You didn't look so hot last time I saw you.
Oh, you noticed, huh? I suppose that's just you being a good detective.
It was incredibly obvious.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I slipped a disc.
Slipped a disc? You're having back issues.
Yeah, that's right.
Ow. Ugh.
To tell you the truth, I dropped my wallet in the car the other day on my lunch break. And it fell right into that gap by the seat, you know? I had to get out of the car to try and wedge my arm down there. I couldn't lose that 3,500 yen.
And a slipped disc ensued?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you weren't around during all that fuss about Megami.
That's right. I was in no shape for that.
Makes sense. Why didn't you just mention this, though?
But now that I'm all rested up, I'm feeling much better.
Whew, glad to hear it. I know back pain can be tricky.
Back pain tricky for the Iron Inspector Kamada. Not a chance.
Iron Inspector, but you threw out your back reaching for your wallet in a drive-thru. Whatever. I asked around, but no one at the station would give me a straight answer about what happened to you.
Good. I asked him to keep quiet about it. I can't let the Iron Inspector's reputation take a hit.
Ah.
Of course, I didn't bother asking Kuze to keep quiet. That would have been pointless.
Yeah, I can't see her playing along with this Iron Inspector scenario.
Well, I appreciate the concern, and I'm sorry to have worried you.
Just be careful with that wallet.
Not to worry, I've already replaced it with one that's chained to my belt. It cost 3,480 yen.
So what you're telling me is you only have 20 yen to your name?
So what can I do for you today? I'm afraid I don't have any new information on the case.
Well, let's talk about you.
There's no need to worry about me anymore.
I guess I'm just wondering what a slipped disc feels like.
Oh, it's terrible. Boom, hits you and you suddenly can't move. No joke. I've heard that some people get that sudden jolt when they sneeze or merely brush their teeth too.
What? Really?
Oh yes, you're young so you're probably okay, but take care of your back.
Yes, I will.
Enough about my damn back. I'm afraid that all this talking about is going to aggravate something.
So even iron bends sometimes. Is that even a saying? It might be. I don't know.
I'm going to strengthen my back so this won't happen again. I'm determined.
I was wondering if I could have a police sketch commissioned. Is that something you can do?
A sketch, eh? Of what? It's not directly related to the case. Yeah, taking on even more work, are you? I don't mind helping. Mr. Tsugi's always treated me well, so I'm happy to oblige. Very well, who's the subject of the sketch?
I have to assume it's probably going to be what would an older photo of this look like?
Oh, is that...
This picture is almost 18 years old. What I need is a sketch of what he might look like now.
Very well, I'll take care of it. Come this way.
Thank you, Inspector Kamada.
Alright, this artist can help you out. She also drew the sketch of Minoru Suzuki.
Nice to meet you. I'm Kane 7 from the Utsugi Detective Agency.
Hello.
Great, you two can take it from here.
Yes, sir.
I gotta go now, 7. Good luck.
Yes, thank you.
Who is the subject of the sketch, boy detective?
Boy Detective? Why is everybody... Whatever. Everyone and their mother's got a nickname for this detective. I wonder if Detective Kamihara goes around the precinct calling me Boy Detective. He probably does. Hey, so when you call me Boy Detective... Did you hear Detective Kamihara calling me that or something?
Yes, that's right. Wow, you really are the boy detective, aren't you? Sharp as a tack.
Is she patronizing me? I wouldn't exactly take an ace boy to take... It wouldn't exactly take an ace boy detective to figure that one out. Thank you, Kamihara. Get along famously. Do we, though? I should have known that the boy detective nickname would stick. Let's get back to work. Okay.
Can't I call you boy detective?
Sure. Anyways, here's a photo. Can you make a sketch of what this boy would look like after 18 years?
Oh. Yes, just a moment.
I don't exactly know how you would do that.
Here you go. That'll do.
How fast did you do that? What? How?
That's Detective Kuse's brother, right? The boy in the picture.
Yeah, it is, but... What?
That's the sketch I just gave you. It's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, but how'd you make it so fast?
You have another photo. It's the same one. That's a sketch of Minoru Suzuki. I remember it well, seeing as I'm the one who drew it.
Indeed.
Detective Kuse also asked me to draw a sketch of what her brother would look like now. So I'm just giving you a copy of that. That works for you, right?
Okay, that explains why you got it so fast. Got it. Ah, yes. Thank you.
Is it surprising?
Not really now that I think about it. So Detective Kuse had the same idea that I did. That makes sense. But I bet she wouldn't be thrilled to know that I'm doing this. She might call me in again.
Don't worry, I won't tell Detective Kuse about this.
Oh?
I hope you find Makoto.
Yeah. So, do you know the story about Makoto?
Well, yes. Detective Kuse and I have been working together for a while. And she explained a few more details when she asked me to draw the sketch for her.
That must have made it easier to draw a sketch, huh?
That's right. I can't imagine how awful it must have felt for Detective Kuse to lose her brother. Good luck, boy detective. I know Detective Kuse pretty well, and I developed a little theory about something. You don't want to know what... You don't want her to know that you're helping track down Makoto, do you?
Very sharp, this one. Were Detective Kuse and I really thinking the exact same thing?
Detective Kuse is too serious. When she asked me to sketch Makoto, she was so apologetic. I think she was worried that it wasn't technically related to the case, but she's a detective, you know? She could have just said, it's a secret, do it, but she wouldn't have done that. The fact that she asked, I think it shows that she was desperate for help.
I cannot stop a dog barking if you hear that in the background, and I apologize for that. Listen, when that dog starts barking, there is no hope until the reason she barks leaves. Yeah, Detective Kuse seems like she was always plays it by the book.
True, but more than that, I think she likes to keep her private matters private. I think she can appreciate help, but she doesn't want others to get caught in her mess, right, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure...
Can't imagine.
Pretty sharp, right?
I feel like I've gotten to know what Detective Kuzai is really like.
Hey, boy detective. Hello, boy detective.
Oh, sorry, I was just thinking.
You seem a bit tired. You okay? Because it's great to be a hard worker, but everyone needs rest. You should go get some.
You know, you're right. I am feeling strangely exhausted. It's definitely time for me to leave. Thank you for the help. Thank you so much for helping with this. It's much appreciated.
Of course. Now you just need to find Makoto. We're counting you, boy detective.
Yes, ma'am. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Stop calling me boy detective.
Now that I have the sketch, I don't need to use the picture of Makoto. After all, I don't want to mess it up. It's precious to Yoshi and Sekizukuse. Anyway, it's getting dark. I should head back to the office. Oh, am I getting a phone call? Yeah, hello. Hello, Seven here.
Hey, boy detective, we got a big problem.
What is it?
I'm going broke in pachinko. I need some cash.
Hang up on him.
Just kidding. Can you come to Kofuku Station right now, boy detective?
Oh, sure.
Right, I'm headed to a certain place, and I want you to come with me.
Okay, got it. Wait, like a store or restaurant, or...
You'll find out when you get here, boy detective.
What? Okay, I'll be right there.
I'll be waiting.
Yeah, you can most definitely hear that dog bark. I'm sorry. What's this all about? Dang dog. Oh, chapter 9. A visitor. There are a ton of drunks. I see there are a lot of drunks. America Detective Kami Harpy. There's a lot going on here. He said I'd be able to figure it out. Okay, I think we're actually going to go ahead and end it here for today. I did 4 more chapters, so if what I remember seeing from a guide is like whatever I saw online was right, there should only be 4 more chapters. So we'll probably try and do the rest of it next time on another stream. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later. Peace. The dog keeps barking.